Jamaican government. Yes, 400 nurses to help boost healthcare. Yup. Yeah. Yeah. So Jamaica, China is set to deploy 400 nurses to Jamaica on an agreement that they have with the health minister and the Jamaican government. Yes, 400 nurses to help boost healthcare. Yup. Yeah. Yeah. So Jamaica, China is set to deploy 400 nurses to Jamaica on an agreement that they have with the health minister and the Jamaican government. Yes, 400 nurses to help boost healthcare. Yup. Yeah. Yeah. So Jamaica, China is set to deploy 400 nurses to Jamaica on an agreement that they have with the health minister and the Jamaican government. Yeah. Yeah. So Jamaica, China is set to deploy 400 nurses to Jamaica on an agreement that they have with the health minister and the Jamaican government. So Jamaica, Commissioner of Police Kevin Blake said he's not gonna allow a few bad apples from JCF to spoil the name. No, I have news for you, Mr. Blake. You don't have a few bad apples. You have a few good apples at JCF. And let me tell you something. The tree full of bad thinking rotten apple. All the tree thinking rotten. Or you take off the few good apples off of the tree and run go find one good soil and plant them, because 3/4 of the JCF rotten thinker. So I can count and full of good policemen and police women that we have at JCF, because not all are bad, but 3/4, the majority are bad. The minority still doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. But guess what? The majority is fighting against it. 3/4 of them are rotten thinking dirty apple, them are grow maggot to spoil the name. No, you have a few good apples at JCF. And let me tell you something, the tree full of bad thinking rotten apple, all the tree thinking rotten. Or you take off the few good apples off of the tree and run go find one good soil and plant them, because 3/4 of the JCF rotten thinker wanna murderer. So I can count the handful of good policemen and police women that we have at JCF, because not all are bad, but 3/4, the majority are bad. Good night, Jamaica. So today I went to visit the USS Nimitz at the Kingston Freeport, but guess what? They didn't let me in because I didn't have a special pass. But you know me, I'm gonna get me some information. So I was told that because Jamaica and America are close allies, the ship is just on a tour and Jamaica is the final destination and there's nothing to panic and nothing to worry about. So Jamaica, we are going to give them the benefit of the doubt and this on. But on this end, they leave a big space for speculation, because the Americans themselves are saying, yo, what a timing, because President Trump wants to invade Cuba, is deploying asset to the Caribbean, which is Jamaica, 90 miles away from Cuba, so he can intimidate the Cuban authorities or start a war. So the Americans are the reason why we're speculating. And not just that, guys. If it's because we are close allies, you want to tell me that all the years that we're allies is the first in history the USS Nimitz is going to hit Jamaican waters. So we have one big old hole to speculate. At the first it had come on Jamaica, and now it is dubbed as a historic port call. That's what it's dubbed as. You know, I went there and I saw the big sign, you know, historic port call. USS Nimitz is in Jamaica, Kingston Freeport. What a historic moment for Jamaica. Oh yes, but on the other side, Jamaicans like myself, and others, we're worried. We don't want to have a war going over our heads and then we become a part of it. So, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to pray and we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're on a tour. We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt that the timing is wrong. The fact that President Trump wants to invade Cuba, it has nothing to do with the Nimitz here. The Nimitz is just here for touring purpose. Jamaica is the final destination and it's going to be here until the 5th and it's going to left and everything is going to be over. So, you know what? My thoughts, I really think that President Trump deployed the USS Nimitz in Jamaica, 90 miles away from Cuba, to intimidate the Cuban authorities. I deeply believe that. My opinion, anyway. But like I told you, the people by the port told me, and I also saw it in Google, that guess what? We're close allies. They're just touring. And you know what I'm saying? And we're going to hope best. We're going to hope and pray that it's for that purpose, because God knows we can't take no war. We can't take no war. Mr. Honest house can't hold all of it. Me know where him live. And the whole of we are run go up, they go pack up him house can't hold with some. We're glad no war now gone. So guys, we're going to open pray that it's for either intimidation purpose or really a tour. Okay? So let's keep our fingers crossed and pray for better. Okay? We have so many other things to worry about right now. Today is the 1st of June. Guys, you know what that is? Hurricane season started today until November. So we have so many other things to worry about. We don't need no war. So let's keep it this way, guys, that it's tour and Jamaica is the final destination. Okay? Alrighty. Good night, Jamaica.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. One Debs, big up yourself. Donna Chrissy, what's up, my baby? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? BOLO V&R 2.0. Salute to everybody over there. Make sure y'all share the live, like the live. Andrea, I see you in the building, Andrea. Big up. Big up yourself, Andrea. Andrea, they're everywhere now. Make sure some have the live stream. I don't know my ass or something can see what go on. We activate the Cash App tonight, you know, so all my Cash App supporters, yo, listen. As soon as I send a Cash App, I'm supposed to see it. Alright? Yeah, man. Make sure some have the Cash App phone free tonight. That's on my life on BOLO V&R 2.0. Turn off that one. That's on my life on BOLO V&R 2.0. I only can see me. Usually I'm over BOLO TVV like this, but there's a lot of stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunate. My good virgin PDTV cut the show short tonight. I know it look like him never feel good. People are calling me and I say, yo, what go on? I want to see Andre. I say, but Andre start the show. And I say, what? Andre, I'm like, man. Yo, I'm telling you, a few people link me and I ask me to Andre's show. So if I tell them, say, yo, look on it, me see when the show start, me get a notification, I go upon it, I press like, if you come back, if you come watch it tonight. And the show gone. So him cut the show in 40 minutes and that's around the time when he would have start talk. So that's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. But, like I said, we have a lot to go over. You know, so I come across one clip. You know. On Oceanwide. What is going on Twitter? Apparently some police they got some inside information on Twitter. To the point where right it. Watch out. Portmore residents frustrated and take Grange Lane road repairs into their own hands. The people them, oh, what kind of government this? What kind of government this? Where the people them vehicle and mash up to the point that the people them decide, oh, listen to this, Jamaica.
Hey, go on, Tim. Hey, go on, Tim. Hold. Come. Hold. Yeah, come in. Yeah.
Not much talking there, but as I can see, the people are, well, for those that cannot see, let me describe it to you. The residents of Portmore are in the road. They have them flags stopping the cars, fixing the road. They're throwing some asphalt in the big gigantic potholes, and they're just frustrated. Now, let me go back to what is this? Deadly crash along Rose Hall, Main Road in St. James. Jesus have mercy, Father God. Take the case. How what going on now? Jesus. How are this, Father God? How are this? How I'm playing that? No, man. No, man. What kind of that bus they mash up? Whoever they in a passenger seat of that, then done. Okay. Hold on. When was this? Still on the issue of milk. The recent dairy bill now categorize milk for dairy as milk from any animal. What? So hold on. So Jamaica is in the space where we are now, we need to now categorize what is milk. Like we don't know what milk is. Milk is from any animal. Hold on, let me listen to this. No, sir. You hold on, look at it.
Senator Alan Bernard opposes dairy from any and any animal entering Jamaica's food chain.
Mr. President, Mr. President, the greatest concern arising from this amendment, or at least for me personally, and I know that this concerns the majority of Jamaicans, is the justification advanced in the Memorandum of Objects and Reasons that these changes are being made in keeping with international standards. Let me just read the
Jamaica, me already know where them are go. Me telling you so the government has sell out now. Jamaica is supposed to be an organic country, organic food. The Rasta are the biggest image in Jamaica in terms of the consciousness there where food is concerned. We might not take on every single thing where the Rasta them actually do in terms of how them eat and everything. But to me, the Rasta culture is the physical, is a big part of the physical essence of how Jamaican people. So is a big influence on alright, with consciousness where food is concerned. Whether we take on the food consciousness or not. Jamaica just a move away from everything. We are move away from God. We are move away from the food them and the natural and the organic stuff. They might import one bag of garbage coming in our country. Right now, all the egg them, we can't even just egg them. I don't know about one, you know, I don't eat egg, you know. So I can't say anything about egg. I don't eat egg. Alright, Ivan, I don't eat egg. So you can't do what you want to do. When certain things is concerned, you can't stop, you know. Hey, it is what it is. But I am glad I came across this video because this sounds scary. Let me play it.
Memorandum of Objects and Reasons, verbatim. This bill seeks to amend the Jamaica Dairy Development Board Act in order to expand the definition of milk in keeping with international standards and otherwise to modernize other terms and provisions of the Act to accord with the changes in the dairy industry. Mr. President, when you examine the amendment to Section 2, it defines dairy products as food and beverages made from milk from any animal. Foods and beverages made from milk from any animal. Mr. President, this may appear harmless on paper, but legislations do not exist in a cultural vacuum. Food is not merely commerce. Food is culture, food is identity, and food is tradition. And food is deeply connected to the values, history, and lived experiences of our people. Jamaicans have a long-standing cultural understanding and sensitivity regarding what animals are considered appropriate for human consumption and what animal-derived products are suitable.
So only hear that. Wow. Let me hear the next clip.
That appropriate for human consumption, and what animal-derived products are socially and culturally acceptable. Therefore, when the legislation introduces broad and undefined language such as milk from any animal, the Parliament, Mr. President, must proceed carefully and responsibly. Because, Mr. President, many Jamaicans will legitimately ask, what exactly does any animal mean? What limitations exist? What protections are established? And who determines what may ultimately enter the Jamaican food chain under the label of dairy? Mr. President, international standards cannot automatically supersede Jamaican cultural norms and public expectations and consumer confidence. We are not obligated to blindly import every external industrial or commercial standard simply because it exists elsewhere. Jamaica must retain the sovereign right to define food standards consistent with our cultural realities, public health priorities, and social values.
A lot of you might not appreciate that, but that is very significant. And this was yesterday. Wait a minute, 15 hours ago. Senator Alan Bernard dropped his revelation in the Senate that government changed the law. Milk is in our dairy products is now 5%. It's only 5%. It used to be 50%. So milk has moved from 5% to 50%. Your food consumption, Alethea, good night. How you doing, my darling? Alethea Jones, good night. Oh my God. We just listened to it a while ago. But I never knew that. I never listened to that. Wow. Anyway, I hope that really inspired somebody to go and do some research. The milk thing, not my thing, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Let me just go to Mr. Blake, Kevin Blake. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Mr. Kevin Blake. I'm going to read that article, but before I do, I want to also add this to it. Motion when I put out on video. With George Davis. I see. I have to read this article. We got the Integrity Commission. Oh, so this article is not even an article. It says here that the executive director of the Integrity Commission, IC, Craig Beresford, is calling on legislation to amend the IC Act to strengthen the capabilities of the institutions. Beresford was speaking at the media briefing on the first day of Commonwealth Caribbean Association of Integrity Commission, an anti-corruption body conference at ROK Hotel in downtown Kingston on Monday. His words came in the midst of controversy surrounding the non-tabling of the IC report in Parliament concerning the Firearm License Authority, FLA. The matter led to Beresford himself penning a letter to the House of Parliament, formally urging them to table the report. You know, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Beresford, for operating without fear and favor. I'm very happy that you are in the position that you are in. We need people to stand up. You understand? Justin, good night, Justin. Alita says she not consume dairy product. We can't stay there. So she that not affect her. But for those who do, please, ladies and gentlemen, be mindful of what is happening in the space. Alright? Thank you. Be very, very mindful. Now, let me see if I can find this clip real quick, guys. You know, you don't want to spend too much time on this. You know, see at night time, KSMC moving to address homeless people sleeping on the streets. You don't want to be up me as Swebe again. Draining remains a concern at the start of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Duh. The government never had any plans. That's why it's a concern. Government never had any plans. See the clip here, I think I hit this. George is concerned. Yeah man, see it here, listen to this, Jamaica.
Screenshot a message among colleagues. Why would a member of the officer class of the Jamaica Constabulary Force screenshot a message among colleagues and send it elsewhere? Think about that. What does that do for trust within the halls of the JCF? Wait, we're going to reach how the public is reacting to this yet. Within the halls of the JCF, who will type freely in that WhatsApp group or speak freely in that WhatsApp group beyond last week? And then, how do I know that the message was screenshot and shared outside the JCF officer WhatsApp group? Because the said message was posted on Twitter, on X, on social media. It was posted on social media to show the JCF. To not go on like say, you know, have control over our communication. When you know the group attack and look here, throw that on social media, make the world see say, may have access, I have eyes everywhere, was the phrase used, I believe. And so the police commissioner, who has been taken up in recent weeks with trying to defend, well, not even trying to, defending the body-worn camera issue.
So Jazz Davis I talk about the commissioner trying to defend him, right? I'm not trying to defend him, can't defend the issue. No well thing in Jamaica now by where they must say. They expose themselves 100%. But them so shameful, them have to double down. Like me and Mr. Wayne Lonesome say, Mr. Wayne Lonesome say, you see Kevin Blake, man say Kevin Blake I want puppet him, I want yes man. The man say him now go say Kevin Blake involved in no wrongs. The man say Kevin Blake, Dr. Kevin Blake is just a yes man. And that's why Andrew put him in a space and put him. Because in there if you do Andrew beat him, not my word. Earlier I watch Mr. Lonesome and I say, whoa, Mr. Lonesome, I'll even Christopher Tufton, if you listen to Mr. Lonesome, film take on Christopher Tufton is not the way you would think, you know. I'm saying rather Christopher Tufton than Andrew. I say Christopher Tufton is just a man who is a PR man. He's not as wicked as Andrew. I disagree with him still. I don't know, so Mr. Lonesome am my general. But I disagree with him on that, because you see, the kind of things that were happening that Christopher Tufton watch, it actually cost people their life. Me look on Christopher Tufton like how I look on Bill Gates, you know. You are them a devil. I don't rate none of them. I don't rate none of them, Jeremy. None of them I don't rate. Just to make you know that. None of them. I don't rate none of them. Alright, let's continue.
Amid police fatal shootings that, people who are dead set, who feel that, body worn cameras will prevent people from dying in fatal confrontations with the police or dying in interactions with the police.
Yeah, bro.
Commissioner
Send a
Blake has
message from
been
yesterday.
using
When I
his
said
force
sleep
orders
on
and
the
his
other
commissioner's
phone.
corner to speak about those things. This is the latest thing in the in-trade. Because you struggle to believe that this can be allowed to slide. What else in that police officers group has been screenshot and shared outside?
No. What a brother your name? What a guy your name again? Oh, Draws Davis. I want to ask you one question. What you expect the JCF to do? What you expect the JCF to do? I just ask. Because the JCF can't really do nothing, Under the law, them can't do nothing. What you gonna do? You gotta tap everybody's phone to find out who them talk to and invade them privacy. Me tell you, talk on yourself every day, all you will support this regime, this dictatorship regime. What you not gonna do? What you not gonna do about it? Don't have no WhatsApp group then. Don't send no message from the WhatsApp group. You think say everybody is with the regime? Everybody's not with the regime, bro. So what are you gonna do? What you gonna do, son? What you gonna do? Or what do you expect the government to do? Them can't do nothing legal if you stop that. Just like how Rosie can come out and somebody in her group can come out and send Rosie voice note a road. What you gonna do about it? Tell me, how you gonna stop that trial? Can't do nothing. Chat, brother. Anything you do, I gonna be against the constitution. You never know. It's gonna be illegal. Because you're gonna try to invade people's privacy. But you see, when you support a dictatorship regime, like your company and whatever, your company where you work for, I support a dictatorship regime because even the boss is a friend of Andrew Willis. And even members of Andrew Willis' cabinet have shares in the Ocean Wide. So everything what me I said, it on point. Hi, how you doing, Andrea? No man, listen me, Andrea. Christopher Tufton in my book, him can't get no escape from judgment in terms of when him responsible for. You can't tell me say Andrea pull him string. Him allow Andrew to pull him string, that means say two of them in the same boat of corruption. Simple as that. So two of them are devil. You can't escape the judgment. Yeah. You have to answer to God. You understand?
And if the police at the officers level now have cause to start look for SSP Thomas suspiciously and SP George Davis suspiciously and Superintendent that, and you start wonder if are them.
Hey, sit down, man. May I send you one request? Come talk to me a little bit. May I send you one request? May I send you one request? Forward. Step up on the platform, sit down, man. Step up on the platform. Big up, sit down, man, in the building. Let me just play some more that thing till she come. Oh, she there. Hold on. She there. Talk to me. Where you say going on now?
Bolo, me not do this now.
Oh man, I mean, Chris and all like people that come on TikTok when I like talking. My platform always do that thing. Where you say
Me
going
just
on?
say hi, man. Me not say, me no want to. Me just say hi. Just I pass you and see me. I say wait. Bolo look cool.
Me look cool? Sure man. You look like you want to warm me up, you know. You come like a something I try to tell me.
But I watch a movie and then I drink some vodka and juice and things. Some say, yeah.
No man, that sound like a Yanni husband vibes are going right now. You can't be honest.
Must sleep.
You can't be alone. They not tell you say you can't be alone. You have to live with your husband.
Must sleep, man. Must sleep.
A simple thing for you wake him up and God is good. Good when you have a
Me
husband
there
and
watch
you have a
movie,
wife.
man. Me there watch movie.
No man, me not cool them, me tell you. Me rather have on this and turn on the fan. That's what I deal with. Than and then if the place hot now, the better if me just be in a moon space and alone, me not have to have on much. Just have on a marina. But
Yeah, the place at for
me
real.
can't company life in a marina.
The place at right now, me tell you the truth. Me say I bathe. Me say me go bathe now. And then me say no one. Me just go. Me there watch one police something one series. And me just say no, I'm gonna drink some vodka.
What you name?
But
What kind of police series? What that?
the regular Chicago PD man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah man, me
Cause
like watch Iron.
me's a man who watch movie them. All of me done me live and I do some work. Just I go and watch a movie and I make some thumbnail and stay so in the late night in the early morning. That's some of the thing.
Yeah man, Monday night and Tuesday night I film me time. Tomorrow Chicago Fire, trust me, I'm my favorite something that so
No,
yeah.
let me ask you something before I go though. What is the most shocking thing you see happening now in this space where you just say why? You would really want to say something about in the space and news and everything. Top three. Give me top three.
Hold on, to be honest with you, the number one thing for me, I'm really wondering if this is my country that I grew up in. To be very honest with you, because even this evening, me I drive come home from school, I may say the journalists, I have so much respect for. So I'm not gonna call the names, but I have so much respect for journalists when I was growing up. I have to see how they get tainted. They become complicit, they become compromised, everything you can think of. And I'm saying, what is happening? They used to have, and I'm saying, it is so unfair because when Portia Simpson Miller was there, the way they deal with her, they treat her so bad, they call her as other names, and they press her, they did so many things. And to see right now, so many things are happening in this country that are so glaring, and they paint a blind eye to all of these things. And it makes me wonder what is happening. This can't be Jamaica, like seriously though.
Real
The
man.
corruption, it is like there, and it's like I was talking to a colleague of mine this evening, and I was saying, it's like nowadays they don't even know what is the truth anymore because when person try to talk about the truth, it's like a person try to muzzle people, you know, and it's like the truth. No, when one person is speaking the truth because it's not your side, it's like you're saying that what you're saying is either outrageous or you're disgusting or you should not be so vocal or this all because it is not fitting, it's not befitting to what you are saying. Or, and I mean, everybody's truth is not the same, but come on, man. Come
Well,
on.
you don't really have to call a name. We know exactly what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Because it really sad. I'm truly, I express same. I'm truly disappointed. There's so many other issues going on. If you take up that the battle is like it's crazy.
I used to look forward to listening to a certain radio program every single day, Monday to Friday, and on a particular station, and then on a Wednesday I used to watch a particular thing, and I have watched and I've listened and I've seen where um the persons, the moderators, they turn so one-sided, and I'm saying, come on, are you a journalist or not? I remember when the plane, they say a plane came to Jamaica that nobody knows how it came in with some Indians. And when I was watching the news in the night, you see the Indians walking casually downtown with the towels on their shoulders, the white towels, and they're in slippers, and they was walking just leisurely along the stretch. Nothing to worry about. And they're saying how they get here. And I was listening for one particular program to hear if they were going to bring it up and talk about. It was the most talked about thing for the week. And that program never highlighted it. And I said, okay, let me listen to Wednesday to see if they were going to talk about it. No, they didn't. They talk about sports. Ironically, they talk about sports tonight. And from that day until now, I have not listened or watched any of those programs anymore. And no wonder that particular station is going down, because they have become so complicit and compromised. They become so tainted.
So the media space has become disappointing. The biggest thing that.
It is disappointing. It is disappointing. I mean, when you if you should if you should watch, and I know you have, and many other persons have. When you look at international news and international media persons and reporters, you can see a vast difference. When those persons are asking you they're asking persons pressing questions and so on, and they're pressing and they're pressing and they're asking pressing questions, and even sometimes it makes persons uncomfortable, but that is their job. That is their job. You shouldn't take any particular side. There should be no bias. If there's a particular bias when it comes down to your job, professionalism should take, precedence. But out here, oh my God. Bolo, I cannot believe, I was just watching something on TikTok before. I was just scrolling through until I came upon you. And I was watching, they were showing some commercials that they had back then, and some media person back then, Charles Lewin and so on. I was watching, and I just got this nostalgic feeling, and I said, God, those were the days. Those were the days.
Why?
I don't know, Jamaica, I don't know what has happened.
Yeah,
I don't know what has
culture, I
happened.
mean, Jamaica just totally lost them way, yeah, man. It's quite evident. A lot of things that we held dear to, we don't anymore. And persons would more defend wrong now than stand up for the right. So we totally just we flip it. We just look on an article. We just look on an article a while ago. 33-year-old young lady, was stabbed to death by her husband. Unfortunately, in Hanover. Hanover, one of the places I get like mashed up by Melissa. Like, it's crazy. Sad. All the things, the women them are being violated more without, it doesn't matter which age, marriage in Jamaica, and it's a foreigner too. The girl is a foreigner. So
Oh my God.
so now internationally, it's like, I'm sure USA will be looking at telling like, yo, the women them overseas also looking at Jamaica and they're like, yo, so you telling me I'm gonna get married and then these things are happening so frequently. It doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode well.
And I must personally say a special big up to you guys on TikTok, because if it was not for these platforms, well, I'm telling you, a lot of Jamaicans like myself would not know what was happening or what is happening in this country. We would not know, because the media. I remember, growing up. Sometimes when you when you heard some things on the radio, from what especially certain radio station, you know it is factual. So you know that I saw it go because they are credible. You understand me? But right now, it's like, well, one of them really stands out still, but you really don't know what to believe when you hear, so I don't listen to them. But on TikTok now, um, that is the way, but because especially for one side, we would talk about the truth, the facts, the facts. We stick to the facts. And then when you're speaking facts, some person would have a problem with it. And I can't understand. I can't understand if you have a brain and you can think. There are so many things they have. The University of Google, person can get factual information. So if you're saying that a particular side is saying something that is not true, fact check it now. Go on. The
But
University of Google is there
but
for everybody to see.
listen. They don't have no interest in that. Alright? They just use buzzwords like, oh, you're speaking propaganda, but then they don't listen to the context of what you're saying. If somebody comes on and says, listen, it is alleged that this is happening, and I believe, you can't say propaganda they must spread. They told you that it is alleged. If they said that this is what is happening when it's a lie, that is propaganda. They're actually presenting the information as if it was true. That would be a lie. But a lot of the times, they really characterize persons in the wrong context to say that they are spreading propaganda. But really and truly, it's the same thing as saying your bad mind. It's just a buzzword that Labour they use. Because for even the ministers, for a lot of them, you know, their education is limited. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And even their communication skills is quite limited. So they go to these buzzwords to try and appease the persons that actually support it. But when you peel back the layers and you really look into the information, some of the things that they're saying people are bad mind about. How could I bad mind Andrew Holness? As if I was the leader of the opposition, how could I bad mind Andrew Holness? I have a wife, a beautiful maroon African, loyal, loving wife, several children, grandchildren. I am financially secured. I've always been a wise businessman, a smart person, very educated, grassroots at the same time, understand the streets, confident within myself. How could I bad mind the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister has scandal behind his name personally and also professionally. I mean, his whole marriage life is a joke in political circles. There's all types of allegation about Rhoda Crawford and baby and all type of something. And him call himself the girls them bubblegum. And when you look at somebody that's a head of state, being in a stable relationship and being married, there's a certain type of power to that and respect among peers all around the world. It's recognized like even if somebody is of the colorful community and they are actually in office, they do not portray that in previous years you would have to be married because that's the standard. That's why you have one king and one queen. You understand? When have you seen the king and the queenship go towards that community? And no, you have to have a king and a queen. It's not a king and a king. It's a king and a queen. You feel what I say? So, who would bad mind Andrew? You can't certify your assets. Nobody knows if you made your money legally. Bro, would never want to be in your shoe. You know how much people call Andrew a thief? You know how much people believe same a thief in a Jamaica? You know how much people hate Andrew Honest? That's saying all I lose their soul. I mean, I tell them, say, yo, on my platform, I say, listen, do not let Andrew make you lose your soul. You're not supposed to hate nobody, according to the word. Just understand, say, might do some crazy things, but just go and hold it and don't make him make sing. You feel me? I deal with. And I'm just saying, why would I want to be in your shoe? The other day, the man them go through Tivoli Gardens. And when them go through Tivoli Gardens, one lady I say, yo, bad man, me not on a toilet, me not on a water, me not on a bathroom. Where are the youth, Mr. Andrew? And the man just look on her and walk away. I say, yo, I wouldn't want to be you, son. I would not want to be you.
You know, it's strange that you said the them lack education and so on, but you know, I wouldn't even go that far because I think even some of them they get the education, but it's because of based on where they are and they want to see their side. They would think or speak a particular way. And why I say this, I have a colleague because I'm a teacher, and I have a colleague. She's also a teacher, and she is from the other side. And one day I overheard a security officer was speaking about because they're from the other side. So if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
And certain things that they were saying, and she was a part of the conversation. And what they were saying was the time when Mr. Malava was speaking about, remember that thing when with Mr. Malava and what's her name, the minister, when she said that when Mr. Malava came out and talked about the children who were being
Oh yes, the
right.
situation with the school and the shelter and children was allegedly walking into sexual situations with shelterees. Yes.
Right. So they were having a conversation. They were talking about he came out and he was talking and he not respond to the letter that the lady sent to him. And she was there speaking of it. And when I went into the kitchen and she was there and the other persons were there were several other persons were there. And when I went in there and I said, listen, you people say you should know better because you're formal training, you're a learned person. And you're here speaking about and the information is there. I said, did you know that when she wrote to him on March, I don't remember the date.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I said, did you know that he responded to her after that? I said, so I think March 27th, there was a date about March 27th or whatever, something about a third or something like that. I think she responded to him February 27th or something like that. Don't quote me on the
Yeah, man, I
date.
understand, right? Sorry.
And then he responded to her, I think March 3, but there was a 3 and a 27 somewhere there about. And I said, did you see the letter that he responded to her on that date? And the other person was who was the initiator. She was saying that no, she was not aware of that. I said, well, I know of it and I'm gonna go for it and I'm gonna show it to you. And I did go for it and I showed it to her. And I said, but when I went in there, the teacher came out because she was in support of what was happening. So she is a learned person. She did not tell him because she was from this side that the person was saying. Right? And I went into her class and I said, how could you do that? I'm saying, you have the information and you know. Why didn't you tell her that? And I'm saying, I'm not speaking about politics, no. But facts is fact. Just speak the truth now.
Yeah, man. For real. For real.
Just speak the truth. Because I'm not defending any particular party or any side. But the facts is there. Just speak the truth. Just tell her the truth now because of your side. Talk the truth and she never answer, she never respond. But I'm like that, I'm gonna tell you. So all of what was happening with the persons they're discussing or whatever, everything does smash up when we go in and I tell them.
Yeah.
Just smash up right there. You know, smash up right there. I say no. Now, as of now, I'm not gonna end any conversation. Even if me and them didn't talk anything, we're not gonna say anything.
Listen, as a teacher, That
Make
would
no
be
sense.
the best approach, and I'm at that place. You know, I just feel like a lot of the people that support the Jamaica Labour Party, they are actually a lost cause. So I'm like, yo, listen, um, I've engaged with some of them and I realize that it's counterproductive. Them
But
raise up,
it's not bad. It's
them,
bad. It's very
them.
bad because it is from that time coming right down, Bolo. And I'm saying, is it so? It it is so innate for them to have that's just the part they done just dumb. They just dumb coming right down. And you're telling me that things we are so advanced technologically in this world. Information is there at your fingertips, and I'm telling you, even some ministers of government are making some trivial mistakes, and I'm saying, come on, you don't read? You don't read?
I mean, an educator is supposed to be just that person that advanced education. So, you know, it's kind of crazy that they could be swindled because of political ties.
Jesus Christ. So before you make
Yeah.
certain utterances, sometimes, I tell you, I don't know if I'm a perfectionist or what, but I know that sometimes even persons make grammatical errors. But for me, Boris, even if I'm going to post some things or whatever, we make sure if I don't know how to spell word, we should go on Google and correct myself before we
Listen,
go in.
man, the phones and the devices are too smart for you to be acting stupid. Honestly,
Jesus.
honestly, it's a,
We make sure I go fact check myself and make sure. And if I am not sure about something, I am not going to talk about it. I am not going to talk about something that I'm not aware of. I'm not sure. If I'm not sure, I'm going to shut my mouth.
yeah. I mean, if you're going to talk about it, reference it in the right context. You say, no, listen, I don't really know much about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just don't know. I just heard this and this and this, and I can't corroborate anything or say definitely that this is what it is. You know what I mean? And once you do that, you still uphold the integrity in the conversation, or the dialogue. So, you know, it's okay to not know, but don't act like you do know. And it's okay to not understand the meaning of a word. Acting like you do while not understanding, that's lame. Because no, you're making yourself out to be something that you're not and setting yourself up for disgrace. A lot of the times I'm here reading, if you watch my YouTube, and for those who watch my TikTok as well, I'll hear a word like eyes of a cannon of a style where every day I'm drop one new word every time I listen to him. I'm going to go in a dictionary, I'm going to look up the word, and then I see the word, I'm like, oh, context matters. That's what he meant. And same time,
Yes.
I'm learning, the person that are listening to me is learning at the same time. You get what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be so prideful that you think that, yo, you cannot actually go and look at the thing. Now, Bridget, the worst thing to do is act like you know and then not know and embarrass yourself and then say the wrong things. It's okay. We don't know everything. You get me? You're not supposed to know everything. God is all knowing. You're going to not know some things. But when you don't know, find out if you can and get the understanding so you can learn. And for me personally, when I learn, others learn because I'm showing them while I'm doing it. So we're learning at the same time.
The worst thing I think, you see, is to, and for me, I don't have anything behind my name more than the fact that I have a master's. That's it. And I don't speak about it because really, Nigel Clark said teachers don't need masters to be in the classroom. So we're not getting paid for the masters. That's a fact. That's a fact. We're not getting paid for it. So I don't know where I'm gonna be in the next whatever years. But I'm just holding on. But the
Yes.
thing is, you see, every person is not everybody stay like me and everybody won't stay like me. But especially for the persons who are in higher society and they have acronyms behind their names and so on. For me, if I tell any of my colleagues I work at two schools, because my job is kind of different, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I am, but
Please don't. Please don't.
any of my colleagues, when I tell them anything, they know that when I speak, I am speaking the truth. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
But
you build that credibility and reputation.
yes, because you're not gonna speak something that you don't know about. And if I say to you, I am not sure about this, best believe I am not sure about
So
this. But
let me ask you, in terms of how Dana Morris Dixon is operating as Minister of Education, as a teacher, are you, or an educator, are you pleased with how she's doing her job, or are you concerned about some things?
alright, I'm going to say something that is might be stunning to you, but um it was shared by some of my colleagues, and I'm gonna share what they have said and what I believe. In their mind, based on favor as a former minister and Miss Dixon, the sentiments is that favor was a better person as a minister. But
Damn,
Miss Dixon
damn.
is a better communicator because she can articulate her words.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
That make
So
a lot of
best believe
sense.
that.
That make a
Best
lot of
believe that.
sense. That make a lot of
Okay,
sense.
best believe that. So you look at that. But they said that favor with there was something I don't remember
But
what
what
it was.
about, I understand communication, I understand better person, but what about the performance in terms of getting it done for, you know, the
Bolo,
job that they have to do?
I'm in the classroom and I'm still waiting. Argument done.
Damn. So both of them is a failure? That's crazy.
You want me to say something to you from we're in 2026, right? I submitted my traveling from 2024 and I spot check some schools for PEP and I've not yet been paid.
Yeah, I mean that has been a real
Yeah.
stain on the entire government in terms of just like paying people the money that they
So you tell
haven't
me
you
now.
guys been in a negotiation for the last 4 years or something like that? Or 2 years?
As I said, I'm still waiting. I'm being hopeful,
Wow.
but I'm still waiting.
No, but you're
It is
waiting. You're
it
working.
is very disappointing. It is very frustrating. Listen,
As
it
a
is
teacher, let me ask you.
frustrating.
As a teacher, every people are listening. A lot of people are listening right now, and some people will be listening to the replay, right? As a teacher in Jamaica, what are some of the main challenges in the classroom or in the educational environment? What would you like to, what kind of things you would like to see fixed that is not fixed? And then based off your salary, how challenging is it when it comes down to how, you know, the war and, you know, prices of things going up? How challenging was it before Hurricane Melissa, and then post Hurricane Melissa, and then now added the war into that? How challenging has it been?
Alright, that's a mouthful. Let me
I
try the
know,
first
I
thing.
know,
The
but I really,
first thing.
since I got you here, I would love to hear first-hand experience of what that feels like from a teacher or educator.
Alright, the first thing, infrastructure. From I've been at my school from 2017. This school, because I was at another school before, and the fencing has been a problem, and we have tried, and no, it has not been fixed. On any given day you come to my school, you can count up to 10 dogs on the compound.
Whoa, whoa,
Any given day. Sometimes yesterday, well, there's a particular classroom that the dog like a particular teacher, and he's there in the classroom, sometimes lying down. Sometimes you see goats come on the compound. I'm from a country school, so sometimes you see goats coming on. Infrastructure is a problem, and even when persons come from the ministry and they check, they say they're coming back and whatever. Nothing like that. Termite infestation it's problematic. From my office in particular, I asked them to take out a desk that was there. The termite has eaten down that, so they took it out. I brought in another one. I got it sprayed, got inside sprayed. I call again and I show them some documents that was somewhere there again. Right now I have charts on my wall and I don't know how documents reach up there, but I saw documents on one of the charts. I had to spray it the other day, so a part of it, I know that's not good. I have a box of books and some things that I have, some brochures and whatever for my department. And I moved them from the box because it destroyed the box and destroyed some of the books. I put them in a rubbish bag because I don't have the furniture to keep them in.
Wow.
And water keep anytime we have heavy rains, we have water from a particular section. It just goes through one side, so all the chairs from that section, you see water settling the chairs and the floor and so on. And then that bag is a garbage bag full of books. I had to throw them in the garbage bin. And it's not like we don't ask for the help. We do. And it's not my school alone. I'm telling you, it's very bad. I don't know what they are doing, but it's not working out.
But those things are like basic.
Well, it's not working out.
So you
So
mean,
I'm
so the
saying
basic,
teachers are seen. We're expected to be parents at school, teachers at school, especially for my job. I have to be doctor, I have to be everything else, I have to be ambulance, I have to be everything else, and the expectations, it is so high, and then you're not getting the reward for it. But I'm telling you, a lot of persons that you see in the classroom is not because of the pay why we're here, it's the love of the job.
so it's like the state exploits that.
Right. So we will stay because you will make a difference in a child's life. And then, sometimes you're walking on the street and they say, Miss, and you say, oh my God, that was a child that you had like years ago. You see them grow to something else and so on. You feel good. It's a gratification that you're getting, But I mean, apart from that, and you mentioned there's another question that you
Yes,
asked.
about it, like in terms of your pay, like before Hurricane Melissa, what was that like post Hurricane Melissa, and then added to that the war and inflation, rising of gas prices. What is going on with a teacher right now in that space? What is happening with you?
Look here, the pay has not changed, but because of the rising price and so on, we have to cut back. We have to cut back on a lot of things. For me, grocery wise, I have to cut back and we have to, even for the canteen, we have to be changing the menu and adding things differently and so on to the menu to make it work. It's hard, it's hard. And then you find that the students don't really care much to in terms of lunch money and so on. Because I'm from a rural area, but it's kind of hard for me.
Be candid, be honest, be honest. Wasn't it hard before Hurricane Melissa?
It was hard, but it's harder now because with the war and the oil
Alright.
and all that.
If you was to put it on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of comparing it to before Hurricane Melissa, what would the number be?
In terms of harder,
Hardship,
in
yeah,
terms of
yeah.
10 being the hardest.
Yes.
Before Melissa, I would say probably 5, 6, but after now it may be a 9. Maybe it not got 10 yet, but like 8, 9.
That is terrible.
But
That is
yeah, because in terms of gas, well, Jesus, alright. I drive a SUV, right?
yeah.
And for me, for gas, when I put in like the $8,000 gas on a Monday morning, don't really fill the tank. When I put it in on a Monday morning, it would take me up to, when I say Thursday, I have to put in maybe top up a little more to carry me to Friday or whatever. No, the other day we were going on a teacher's thing, and I asked them to. I went to the gas station like, Miss Buddy. I said, full it up. Not remembering that the gas thing wrong. And when the lady said to, because it was very low, and I said, full it up. And because before this war thing, when I said full it up, it would go like 8,000 something thereabout, and like they would top it up to maybe 8. So I said, full it up. The lady, when I full it up, and the lady said, I said, how much it reached now? She said 11.2, and it wants some more. I said, no, don't put any more in there. Make it same. 11.2, and it never full right up. So I tell her, she said, you want me to top up? I said, no, leave it right there. And I tell her, I never really had that amount of money, but just have to just use it, because I had to go in something and use it. And it never full up, It never full right up. And me tell her, say, while I was driving, me say, me vex, because I never thought it reached there. You hear me tell her?
Yes.
200. Me tell her, I said, no, but I top it up, because I never really want to go over that 12 or whatever the case may be. Me tell her, I said, leave it right there. And me never stop murmur until about a week or so. You hear me tell her? It's rough. It's rough. 11.2. And I used to pay like 8 something.
Wow. That's a big increase. $3,000 plus
Yeah.
on your actual fuel bill.
We tell her, I said, no, nobody top it up. We used to pay like 8, because when I say put 8 in, it depends on how 8 or like 9 tops before. I would say top it at 9. Maybe sometimes never reach there, but if you reach 11 something, 11.2, no. I was not expecting that. And it's a lucky thing I had the cash could pay at the time, at the card could pay, because trust me, I never know what it was, because sometimes you really don't look at, like you would say 200 or whatever per liter. You're not really looking at that. You're a female, sometimes we don't look at those things. We just go and just buy probably a 5,000 or whatever. It's rough.
All right. So it's a 9. That's pretty bad. So what what would you say, as an educator, speaking for yourself and others, what would you like to have to fix things to a level where you guys are more comfortable? I mean, if you had an opportunity, you would leave Jamaica, right, and go overseas to work. I think that's a given.
Yeah.
Wow. So what would you like to see change in terms of the government doing something? And do you have any hopes that this government will do something? And the last question would be, you're an educator, so you can manage. It's pretty simple. In terms of the manifesto of the People's National Party in the last election, did you see where, like, you would be in a better space as an educator with them in power?
All right. The thing is,
Yeah, what would you like this government to do, and do you think they will do anything? That's the first 2 questions.
I don't think they would do anything because of ego.
But what would you like them to do then? To
Alright.
make your life as an educator better?
If they say, well, they took 100% or whatever, 200% increase or whatever,
On their
and yet
money,
still,
yes.
and yet still we can't even get 20% in one go.
Also, pretty much 20% would be the goal that you guys would want as educators.
I'm just saying
No
we
one.
can't
Don't
even
you
get that
listen?
in one go.
Hello.
You're putting
Listen.
that, she
You
said
have
0% in the first year and then what?
sweetheart.
2.2. So I'm saying we can't even get a
Sit
20%,
down.
but I'm saying
Listen.
if
No.
you can't,
No, well, I know.
if you
You don't need to justify needing 20% of your money. Tell me, say you want 20% for your money.
no
If I
want
that,
more.
you want more than
You want
20%.
more, but I'm just saying they can't even do that
Ah. So
in one go.
20%
In
would
one,
not even be enough in your eyes then.
no, but look at it, look at it.
No, listen.
It's not
I'm
even
with
the
you now.
20. It's not even just a 20. I'm talking about.
I am
I'm talking
supporting the
about the one
teachers.
go. Yeah,
If you
no.
don't want
Well,
100%, don't forget it. And the police them too. I am with the teachers.
yeah,
Okay?
but
Just
that
let
is
that
not
be.
even. But that is not even what I'm getting at. Remember,
Right.
even if they're giving teachers a 20% for argument's sake,
Mm-hmm.
they're not giving it one time. They're gonna give it over a particular number of years, probably 3 year, 4 year, which don't make no sense because of inflation.
Right. Exactly. It does nothing.
Nothing. So I'm saying if you can't give whatever person in one go, it doesn't make any sense. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think what they said, so the inflation was 7.8% or something like so.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to give less than that, it don't make no sense.
For
It don't make
real.
any sense. You're giving 2.5 or 2.2 or whatever the case may. I'm not sure right now. But you're giving 0% in one year. The next year you're gonna give 2 point whatever percent, and the other year you give 2 point. No make no sense. So if you can't give up, and then even if you're giving 5% over 5 year, over 3 year period, it is still less than what the inflation rate is, which is about what 7.8% or something. I don't even know what it is. Whatever it is,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever the number. But I'm saying if you can't give that, you can't give that. Does it make any sense really? But I'm saying if you can't even give teachers what they want or what they ask for or what they deserve, where are the benefits? Where are the benefits? Nigel Clark rolling the traveling in the traveling into our salary and then you tax it. That don't make no sense.
So
One time on your salary was different from your traveling.
so you would argue that they have made your lives more difficult then.
You're all right. When you look at it, when you came in with this compensation thingy, a lot of persons you're getting more, but you're going on with less. It doesn't make any sense because practically, all right. Let us say you are a manager and you have me and two other persons under your watch. You're supervising us. When the compensation thingy came in, it worked out that all three of us are getting more than you. Then what does it make sense that you supervise us? I don't want that.
Yo, no, it don't really make a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Don't make a lot of sense.
Exactly. So and then all will work out, and I really have to go to the ministry right now, go start out my thing, because even with the compensation thing with the teachers, when you reach the end of your scale, you're not moving. When I look at my thing the other day when they gave some retroactive, I didn't get any. When I query, I was told that because I'm at the end of my scale, I was not qualified for it. So I'm stuck.
Wow.
The persons coming in, the new teachers, they will always benefit, but the teachers who are there a long time, you're just stuck and you're not getting any more of the pay.
Why?
That don't make sense.
That's an extensive understanding of the challenges. But looking back at the manifesto of the People's National Party, do you see where things would have improved dramatically or any at all if they were in power and they did the stuff that they said they would have done for the teachers?
Well, a lot of persons are here talking about they actually wanted the hosting that they were talking about, and also the first in the family to benefit from, you know, the university thing. They're missing that. They're missing out on that. And they're talking about that part. They're talking about that part. Because even the other day, somebody was asking me about the NHT thing, where they want, somebody's looking at to purchasing a piece of land that they said. I was explaining that before the NHT thing, you could, if you're a contributor and you want to say buy a piece of land, or you want to NHT to you want a house, you would get the 2. At the time it was 2.5% for your contribution you would benefit from. Even though they change it, they raise it now.
Hi,
But it
Laura.
was
Go ahead.
2.5. But then you would get the 2.5 and you would have a particular period of time to pay off the money to get that, whether the land or the house for purchase. But I was saying to them that no, you have to actually pay off the entire thing before you get the 2.5 from NHD. And I speak up that, and nobody can tell me it's lie, because I use my contribution to help purchase a piece of land from my brother who is overseas, and the land is for $7 million, and I was only entitled to 2.5%, and NHT told me after paying the $700,000 for the 10%, we had to pay all of the money minus the 2.5% before we could get that from NHT. That wasn't the case before.
Wow.
So I was saying to the person,
As a teacher.
Yes.
Wow.
I was saying to her before, it has changed. So that was a teacher from the other side I was explaining to. That this is what it is now. I said you have to work much harder if you want a piece of land or you want a house. So when I explained to her, she never understand. Because it happened to me, I was able to explain my situation better to her.
Yes.
And it is not, that was not what Michael Manley mandated. It was not the mandate of the energy. That was not what it was there for. It is unfair because we are civil servants and we work very hard and we want the help.
That's true.
You know? Even though I have my own place, and
Right.
I was doing it from using my contribution to help my brother abroad, but it is not fair. So for a single person or a mother with kids and whatever you want to come in, it is very hard. It won't help. You won't get that piece of land or that house unless you can pay off. So if the place is for 10 million or whatever the million is, you have to find that money. You have to take out loan from either NCB or wherever before you get that actual part from NHD. I'm telling you. And nobody can tell me about this because it happened to me.
I mean, you're not the first person that I've heard talk about the challenges of the NHD and the process and everything, you know. It's like they want people to say, you know, me can't bother. You know what I mean? Yeah, but as a woman though, you know, what are your thoughts on the recent situation with Lataya Bujubulgi? What are your thoughts on that situation with the police?
I don't have much to say on that because to be honest with you, I'm not the person who normally watches certain videos. Even though I happen to see it and I cringe, and I don't have much to say on it. It's just that I am wondering. When I watched it, I was wondering where I was, because that can't be Jamaica, really.
Wow.
I don't really watch certain, because even when person posts or share videos, I don't really watch them. Even school videos where children fight, I don't watch them.
Right.
I cannot see myself watching certain things without getting a particular way, feeling emotional about that. And I'm saying it look, for me, understanding what the JCF is all about, if you say to me you feel like you're under threat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot to you would shoot to either they call it now. You put the person at in a particular way, and a matter of fact, the person is a female and she was in a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So you put if you feel that you were threatened or whatever, you go for the tires. You don't go for the actual person. You go for the tires, so at least if you go for the tires, but you go just one and you go that high. It can't be. Something is definitely wrong. Something is definitely wrong. And if the powers that be don't see that something is really wrong with that, then something is really wrong with us.
Mighty God, I want to thank you so much. You know,
Right.
was spontaneous, and I appreciate the dialogue. It's good to get an exclusive from an educator or anybody else in Jamaica, because there's so much narratives going around about, you know, what people are actually going through and how they're managing. You know, think about persons that lost everything in Hurricane Melissa. Thank God you still have a home, a roof over your head, I assume, and you're still going through it. So just imagine those persons. I mean, there's police men that don't have a home because they lost it.
Yes.
Firemen that don't have a home because they lost
Yes.
it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
I know.
it's real.
I know.
It's real, man. It's real. It's real.
And I want to tell you that even some of my colleagues, even though we were not impacted by the storm, they have their own storm that they're going through, and we just have to be there for them because we understand what is happening. And trust me, with the salary thing, it's no joke. And I'm telling you, if you have a son or a cousin or a young male in your family and they join the police force tomorrow morning, whenever they come out, their salary that they will be getting is much more than a teacher who has been in the classroom for several years. I kid you not. It makes no sense.
Somebody in the chat is saying they're saying that you're correct about the compensation plan. It benefits persons that have a higher, you know, is at more at the top of the situation.
Yeah,
And also the NHT show, you know, the person is saying that you're correct on that as well.
it happened to me, so I know. It happened to me. I happened to, I was my brother is abroad, is in England. So when I explained to him, he was able to. It was very strenuous. We had to do loans and all of those things, and we have to come up with the remaining money before it was approved by NHT. We had to come because when we asked, they said, how are you going to do so and so? You have to give us reasons that you are able to. Show us how. Show us how. And even when we were saying that based on whatever, they didn't want that. They
Right.
didn't want that. We had to, and then he had to prove, and then when everything was done from our part, that was when we got a call or a letter to say that it was approved. They wouldn't give it. So I know of it. I know of it. And it's ridiculous. That is not what was intended, the intention
I
of
mean,
Michael Manley. It was not.
head
It
boy,
was to help all civil servants.
sure, I mean, big up. Head boy said, you know, that in a few years, what is gonna happen is that, you know, you're just gonna see a lot of people moving away from Jamaica, and you know, NHT is going to just crash at some point. You know,
You want me give you a joke? Let me give you a joke. My school is a very small school, and when was it? 2021. I have one person leave, went abroad. It's a small school. I'm not going to tell you how many staff. 2022, one leave. 2023, two left.
wow.
Last year, 2024, one leave, and last year, one left.
And the only reason why the number is so low is because of the opportunities.
And they're going abroad. They're going abroad. They're teaching abroad. Well, two of them are in Virginia.
Right.
One is in North Carolina. And we know this.
You guys keep in touch.
Yeah, man, we do.
And how is it going for them over there?
The thing about it, well, everybody knows this. In America, it's all about the bills, the rent, and so on. But in terms of food-wise, they're okay. And I'm telling you, especially one of the teacher, when she was here, oh my God, every week JTS here. Every week she got JT. She used to have loans and loans at JTA.
Oh my God.
Credit union.
So she couldn't even pay her bills then?
What you said to me?
Oh my God.
What you said to me? And she said, well, she went there, oh my, I think it's only one loan she have leave. And she started her house reach halfway.
So she's in the United States. Started her house there and it reached halfway.
One is in West Virginia, one is in Virginia.
Wow.
And since she went away, she started her house. And she finished downstairs, she started upstairs, it don't finish as yet. And she cleared out, she had 3 loans with JTA Credit Union.
Right.
And she cleared out 2. I think the other one was near there, so I haven't spoken to her in a long time. So probably it has now been cleared.
I want you to give me 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm going to play this video. I need you to go on mute. Alright, it's about that same particular topic of the housing trust situation. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. I have to add this to this reaction.
If there is a surplus of funds within the National Housing Trust, and there is a deficit of housing in the country, if you want to do other things, let me say I'm not commenting on that right now, others will, but I'm commenting on the housing part of it. How is it that there is a surplus of funds within an agency that is supposed to be dealing with housing? We have our brothers and sisters suffering out there with tarpaulin over their houses. People in the tourism sector who get 6 pieces of wood, 6 pieces of zinc, 3 bag of nail, and don't get nothing else. How is it that we are comfortable with those persons in that precarious position, and we have a surplus that we decide that we are going to use it for budgetary support? I am not spreading any misinformation. I am speaking of a presentation that I saw, and Minister, please. Minister, please. Minister, please. Minister, please. The issue, Mr. Speaker, I just want you to stop for a second. And I want you to think that these persons, because we're saying this is because of Melissa, you know, and that has been my fundamental problem here, you know, with the NARA legislation and with this. There's 15 minutes remaining on the clock, man. Right? It has been my fundamental problem that when a Category 5 hurricane makes landfall in a constituency, and that constituency, the entire constituency suffers damage from a Category 5. It did not break in Eastern Westmoreland. The entire constituency of Eastern Westmoreland suffered from a Category 5 hurricane. That is the reason why everybody else is celebrating that they have electricity fully restored, but I have 400 people who don't even qualify to get it restored because there's no building to put it on. That is the reason. When I come here, I am talking on behalf. What do you mean wrap up when I have 14 minutes to go? There's the time. No, you're standing order, Mr. Speaker. Each member has 30 minutes to contribute. Each member has 30 minutes. There's the time. You can't be telling me to wrap up when I have 14 minutes on the clock. What is really going on? What is really going on? I am not here on my own behalf, you know, sir. I am here because of the privilege afforded to me by the people of Eastern Westmoreland. I'm saying, if there is a
Yeah, man. So, you know, Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell just confirmed that, you know, as a politician, you know, you know, they can qualify, you know what I mean? And the people below, you know, that contribute, the mass of that money seems to be the ones that can't qualify, and they have to be going through hoops and all of these things. And you know, the process is just frustrating. You know, me personally, I believe if the People's National Party was had been elected, you know, these processes would have been they would have been more smoother. If I'm to be honest with you, I truly believe that. You know, so yeah, man, it's really tough. I have contributed to the NHT. I don't really see. They should have just not taken my money, and I wish I had that money right now.
But look at the education tax. What is it for? You're paying education tax. What is it for? Tell me.
I mean, it's not like they're this. You know, it depends on who is in leadership. Let me say that. That is important. It depends on who is in leadership. You understand? So they can use it for a lot of things. Remember, there's programs to feed those that, you know, can't afford food at school and stuff like that. So, you know, the money, there's a lot of places that the money can be useful. So, yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. As I just asked about the education tax, all right. When I was going to micro, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you pay your money, you send yourself to school. You can request a tuition refund, okay? I submitted everything that they asked for that I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when they have all the documents, the ministry is supposed to compile everything and they take the documents to a committee where the auditors will go through everything and all of that. And then you would get your tuition refund. I think it was 500,000. I have not applied for the master's one yet, but I am sure about the degree, the bachelor's. And it took months. I've been waiting. Every time they call and say that that is missing, I should submit that. I went and get everything. And to the end, when the lady from the ministry called me, she said, Miss, I don't know, but I don't think those persons really want to pay. The government don't want to pay any money. So it's like they'll find fault of everything. She said to me, Miss, yours was not approved because they said that they see where you owe Michael $100.
What? Man, stop it. No, man. No.
I said to her,
100 US?
$100.
100 US?
Which US? I said, Miss,
Jamaican dollar you talk about?
oh boy. I said, Miss, I don't even owe Michael, not even the brown money, the little brown cent. Not even that. She said, Miss, they will find everything possible. So she said, what you have to do is go to Michael and ask them to write a letter, the registrar also to write somebody. I don't remember who she said at the time. I don't remember if it was the registrar or somebody at the time. She said, ask them to write a letter to say that you owe $0. And to be, and me just couldn't bother. Honestly, I don't bother. So Anna hears that. Me just couldn't bother. I just left it. $100. And when I went to the ministry the other day, I was told that lady who was dealing with the thing at the time, she left. So when I was telling the other person who was there, she said she don't see my file, so I get they just throw away that. So that's that. That's that. And she said she has not seen it on the system. She don't say anything about
Wow.
that. And so me just leave it. $100. $100. And because I got grant, I got from different places. I took out loan, I took out this, and then I paid back everything. I said I don't owe Michael not even the brown cents. Not even the little brown money when me not even know them. Because I never used to spend them.
Yo, this is unbelievable. $100?
$100. She said where I still where I owe Michael $100 I could not be paid.
Listen,
Tuition.
for reaction purposes, those that watch this replay, I need to know if there's any teachers out there that is going through similar. Please beat up a comment section for me, please and thanks. I don't want this to sound like it's a one-off incident, because it sounds to me as if the system is scamming the people. That's what it is, a mental scam.
But I'm leave it because I left me honestly. Me couldn't bother with that stress there. I could not be bothered with that. Me honestly, God, the way I was so dejected when she said that to me, say miss $100. Me say me, not even the brown money. I don't owe them anything. Michael would owe me because they owe me for books that I paid for that I didn't collect
You're there.
from the bookshop.
Wow.
And I left it.
And in the education system that happens like all the time.
I don't know. I know about my case. I
No,
didn't
listen.
get my tuition refund.
Listen.
I'm yet to apply for this one for the masters. I've not yet applied, but I don't know what will happen. I'm hopeful that it will work.
Right.
I'm hopeful. I don't know what they'll tell me because it was an overseas university that I studied. So I don't know what they'll tell me this time.
All right.
But I'm being very optimistic and I'm being very hopeful.
Well, I really appreciate the conversation. We have been on for more than like an hour. You understand? Literally. We're on for more than an hour talk about this. And so I'm going to go to the main topic of which I came on for, but I really do appreciate the conversation. And I thank you. Alright? So big up yourself and respect. Respect. Oh man, this is terrible, ladies and gentlemen. This is terrible. It's like hearing more about this stuff. I'm just depressed at the damn system. The way the man them are doing people, brother. Like teachers are supposed to be revered, like, you know what I mean? You know? You're supposed to respect teachers. You know? And then this, I mean, no, I'm not surprised why we have a brain drain. Oh my God, big up yourself, Sido, man. Look more. Yo. Jano, it's tough, ladies and gentlemen, it's tough. But let me go to this, let me see. Take this off of the screen. There we go. Let me just fix this and send tight, you know. Oh, it good, man. It good. It good. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wayne Lonesome, came on tonight and was pretty much exposing the government. Then I'm gonna say, you started, it wasn't accredited. Sure, they're alright. So please like and share the video, guys. Yeah, I don't think I'm going anywhere for the next hour and a half. So we are in the building. So please like and share this video. Other persons that are up late night, you know what I'm saying? Hey, tell them that we here. Pull up. For the persons on TikTok, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. The link is in the bio of my page. Get me to 50k likes. For the persons on BOLO V&R clips, get the likes up all the way up. Don't be stingy. Any amount of you that is here that did not hit the like button, hit the like button. Thanks in advance. I want to say thanks to Sidoma again for pulling up. You know, as an educator, this was a very insightful conversation. But we're going into the worship, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this commentary from Mr. Wayne Lonesome. Oh, go on, that's all. I don't hear nothing. I don't in my ear. I don't in my ear. Let me not hear. I don't hear nothing. What is going on, bro? What is actually happening right now? What is actually happening right now? Refresh browser. Even advertisement me not hear. Something wrong. Unless my speaker got cut off. Are you guys hearing that? On YouTube? It is connected, so I don't know why I'm not hearing it. It's not muted. Is it muted? Let's see. Just muted now. I don't see the desktop moving, so that's kind of strange. Alright, let me use another browser because I don't know what's going on. Let's see if this browser is working.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, this one is definitely working. Yeah, this browser is definitely working. So let me find this thing real quick. Mr. Wayne Lonesome. I probably have to start that over. It's alright, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Yes, yes. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Some interesting commentary here from Mr. Wayne Lonesome regarding the geopolitical activities that's happening here in Jamaica. We know there's the USS Nimitz, massive warship. Apparently, the tour is ending. All indications is linked towards an attack on Cuba to, circumvent the regime that is actually there. I'm not here to ask anybody what they think about that. Everybody can have their own opinion, that's fine. I just believe that the government of Jamaica should not be involved in anything that appears to be that they're taking side with anybody to go against the Cubans. That's my thing. Some of the arguments that you're about to hear, I'll tell you from now, I believe that an argument could be made against this government in terms of human rights violations, people being unalived by the police, There's an argument for the United States to come and rescue the Jamaican people from what appears to be a tyrannical government. So, I don't know if that's going to be the case in the future. However, we are here. We are observing the space, and let's get into this particular reaction, ladies and gentlemen, with Mr. Wayne Lonesome. Wow, what is this? Ooh-wee. Lord of mercy. Yeah, let's get into it, guys.
Admiral.
We look forward to welcoming the vessel
It never water. So if you look forward in the vessel coming out, she's very out of order, man. She's too out of order. She go away. She's very out of order, man. The pumps go on this. Them all for war with and kill off. Can't remember, you know, people are dead in a Cuba. No two way about it. People dying in Cuba right now. Because when you're black kid and you don't have no oil to run the country. You have to talk about the hospital. You have to talk about the school. You have to talk about all these things. And them are great. Hear that little nasty one, you know. Hear this.
United States of America, unshakable, unbreakable, and long legacy of cooperation. So we look forward to welcoming the vessel into Jamaican waters and
We look forward in the vessel already in a Kingston Harbor. And you depend on the vessel.
Yo, you already know. You guys already know how I am. I always give credit where credit is due. I didn't catch that enough. I didn't catch that until I listened to Mr. Wayne Lonesome. The man is the GOAT, bro. Mr. Wayne Lonesome is the GOAT at this. I'm telling you right now. This brother is sharp. No, listen. Daryl Voss says he's looking forward in to welcome in. Daryl Voss, you should have defended Nikisha Burchell. You should have come out publicly and defended Nikisha Burchell to speak patois in Parliament. You are one of them that should have defended her. And let the speaker know, say, listen, me chat bad patois, me a white man. You're going to love Nikisha Burchell. You're supposed to can chat patois in this blouse and skirt. Yes, I'm nervous. Him nervous.
Let me tell you, same nervous on the top. You know, you're right, but the priest and arsonist said, we look forward in welcoming the vessel in the Kingston, in a Jamaica waters. That means it no in the water yet, you know. You have to, I be call, right? Remember play it back?
Oh my God.
Remember it back up already, you know. We look forward in.
Yes.
You know what I look forward for you, say the plane land in Jamaica, the vessel coming out of water. It never water. So if you look forward in for it to come back in our water and it not already. It not Jamaica already. Eh? You might talk like it never. I'm not telling you that this. Look covered. Eh? And you and them scary brother, man. You and them scary brother. Them little people not carry them kind of little and brother. You know look right, man. Come on, no, man.
Oh my God, bro.
Eh?
This is so funny.
You can't say what's a go there and look at his hand. They hear them now weird, them kind of way they pan people and they boom bam and have something to your hand, man. Come on.
to welcoming the vessel into Jamaican waters and to dock. So again, for me personally, unbelievable, unforgettable day. And as I said before, I just want to thank Scott and look forward to welcoming the vessel and the Admiral into Kingston.
Yo, whose man's is this, bro?
Whose man's is this? Oh, man's is this?
Hey, y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support. The like button is free, you heard?
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Harbor, perhaps so.
We look forward in for welcome the vessel in Kingston Harbor, you know, when the match happened, you know. We look forward in for it coming to Jamaican water. And Scott, I look forward in at this them send out.
So we look forward to welcoming the vessel into Jamaican waters and to dock. So again,
To dock? Brother, the ship dock already, bro. What you mean you look forward in the vessel dead already? No, brother. Someone that nervous gone to hell.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
Yo, listen, Mr. Voss. You gotta get yourself together. Yo, shit, ladies and gentlemen, share this live with 5 people right now. Promise you, share this live with 5 people right now. Oh my days. Woo.
For me,
We look forward in to welcome the vessel, Jamaica, and it back, you know. Welcome into Jamaican water and dock. A Jamaica is there. The embassy make them can go on it. Eh? Yeah.
Oh my God.
personally, unbelievable, unforgettable day. And as I said before, I just want to thank Scott and look forward to welcoming the vessel and the admiral.
We look forward to welcoming the vessel. He get confused. If the pan vessel, we look forward to welcoming the vessel. And Scott, look at
Into Kingston Harbor, grab some good coffee, no rum, and reggae music.
good coffee, no rum and reggae music. It's a piece of raw shit, yeah. Eh? Oh, I know. Yes, brother, what I want, sir? I fear not them boy, you know, because boy, the man go neighbor bad. And the government, Andrew Wallace, will come out, you know, BYRON. Yes, this too. Eh? And the ass said, we don't want to chat. One bag of bullshit. Eh?
But let me tell you something, right? Evil only can prosper for a time, you know.
Yes.
Evil only can prosper for a time. And I'm just calling as it relates to the statement that Daryl Voss just made, is to show you that you understand he's scared.
Yeah.
No, Wayne, I am telling you, you know.
Yeah, man.
I am telling you that the Andrew Holness administration, right, is scared. And what people need to understand is that they cannot stop United States in terms of, you know, wanting to dock Jamaica or do anything as a matter of fact.
True.
Because what the world needs to know is that United States have all the evidence as it relates to Andrew Holness administration, right? All the evidence as it relates to drugs, money laundering, and right then and there, right in front of us in terms of the panic of Daryl Voss. Because if you look at that statement, you look forwarding to
Yes.
the word to, the word
It never reach it, brother.
infinite. Hold on away. The word to infinite, the whole statement. The word to, because that is futuristically speaking.
Yes.
And here he is, right? Standing on the carrier.
Yes.
Talking to the people.
Yes.
Exhibiting his nervousness. Exhibiting his nervousness to make a statement like that.
Lord have mercy.
He did not articulate the few little sentence.
Yeah.
In saying, you know, it's a pleasure
To have you.
welcoming you all.
Yes. We look forward to seeing a Jamaica water.
And this is, this is quite serious, you know. And this is who we have to represent us, the political representation that we are getting.
Yo.
And what we were getting from both his wife, you understand? And this, you understand, piece of, I don't know what to call it. These are crony capitalists.
Yes.
You understand? That is now on pursuit, right?
Yes.
To bring warfare in the Caribbean that we try to build as an hemisphere of peace. And as a result of their corruption, as a result of their destruction, They are now placing a puppet on a string for United States to use.
It's a damn shame.
Yes.
It is sad.
Damn shame, man.
But we just, I'm not taking up any more of the program. I'm just shocked to
You can't believe it.
breaking down the statement.
Yes.
You understand? But we need to emphasize it. You understand that this one is panicking.
And you can look at about reggae music and about rum. And be a garbage in that. But why Andrew only step better? I mean, I ask again. Andrew, you're the Prime Minister. You know why? Let me just preempt him and tell him.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people are dead at Cuba. A lot right now. Because when you put an embargo, you stop hospital and people depend, dialysis and people are dead. Yes.
You win.
Yes. All right, my brother. Yes. All right, cool. Yeah, man. Dialysis and all kind of things. So people are dead right now. And the man want to go for reward. In a few weeks, he's 95. He's 100. Right? And try to build something around him. The balloon for over there, sir, what have you, them not go for no Chinese. Them shoot it down and them have a right to. Right? Yes. Drop pamphlet in a people place, some anti-government one, and then you have to come up with something to find something to go in there. And that them do. And when they carry a move, it take them millions per day. $10 million for run.
Whole heap of money.
Per day.
True, man.
Yeah, US.
Whole heap of money.
That could have feed a lot of poor people in third world countries. See? Yes. So just go for one man, a 90-year-old man. Maybe have a next year in his life, God bless him about 5 years, but him soon gone home. You want to spend so much money to prove a point because that the administration know because around there so it's not so easy, around Iran. So it want to move that and as them say, you want to score something because Iran shake up. It shake up. Right? And they want to score something. Remember play before my time knock up. Remember play Fidel Castro data when she said about this. Couple days ago.
No, this is gonna be very interesting. Island girl, big up yourself. I know you're late, man, but you better you're late than. I like how you're late, just go and share it with a bunch of people and make them know say you're doing nice space and I need to come over here. So. All of my ambassador them for BOLO V&R. Yeah, man, I know share up the life, man. Constantly share up the life, yeah? Trust me, we need it. We need to get the rooms them pack up all the night time. Whole heap of people out there right now in the world where I love for them I say, them even know so them miss out on that program right now. You understand? So do the right thing, like and share the video.
It's around 5. Look on this.
Heat on Cuba's communist regime, especially after the indictment of Raul Castro under Trump's Don Road doctrine. Is the new Cuba on the horizon? Let's bring in Elena Fernandez, the daughter of Fidel Castro.
See that 5 days ago, people. She just said this. Look on this.
A niece of Raul Castro. She's also an anti-communist activist. Great to see you, Elena. Thank you so much.
She did gone over in the state and then she talked about her uncle now. And let me just strike back. Her uncle she talk about now. Hear this.
Trump in White House turns up the heat on Cuba's communist regime, especially after the indictment of Raul Castro under Trump's Don Road doctrine. Is the new Cuba on the horizon? Let's bring in Elena Fernandez, the daughter of Fidel Castro and niece of Raul Castro. She's also an anti-communist activist. Great to see you, Elena. Thank you so much for being here. So you had a front row seat to the early days of the regime run by your father, Fidel Castro, and of course your uncle, Raul Castro, before you fled Cuba. Can you explain what made you change or realize rather that the regime was punishing people for speaking out, and how did you become such a bold anti-communist voice?
Yes, front row seat, as you say, until I was almost 40 years old, and it caused me to be able to escape from there. I mean, it's too much of a long story. First, when you're a child, you have the feeling that you're uncomfortable, that something is wrong, and you start to grow from there.
So you just get a feeling say you're uncomfortable and something wrong. That's what I'm feeling. And based off of that feeling that you go against your father or you go against your uncle. Just want to get context, you know. She got a feeling. She never see something wrong, you know. She said she got a feeling that something is wrong. Listen to the first thing that come out her mouth. Let's continue.
From that feeling, that emotion, that what's going around is not right.
So, God never tell us say what going in a Cuba never right. You just get a feeling. Just an emotion. And you go against your family. And you say this in a miss. And you say this. And I mean, when you come on the internet, careful what you say. Probably need to clarify this because that don't make much sense to me. You just had a feeling that something was wrong. So you tell me, say, as an elder right now, you can't truly articulate why, more than outside of a feeling, at the inception, why you don't support the regime. That's what they are trying to tell me. All right.
And do you still have family in Cuba today that you speak to? Do you know what's happening there at this moment with the regime?
My family, since I became what they call a traitor or a worm, if you think differently, had me become the enemy. And that's one of the tragedies of the Cubans, that if you don't think alike, you are treated like the enemy.
That is not something that is synonymous to Cubans. That has to do with every single where in the world politically. Look at Israel. The people them that don't think like Israel, them see them as enemy. And they go to lengths to destroy their enemies. So, you have anything to say about Israel? You see, when they start to really peel back the layers and ask the right questions, people start to sound real crazy on the internet. You know? Why aren't you anti-Israel, miss? And I'm not even talking about the people, I'm talking about the government. If you have that particular frame of emotion and what is wrong with the Cuban people is because if you go against the regime, you are now the enemy. Who goes against the Israel order of things politically and does not become the enemy? To the point where their lives are lost, nations are attacked, places are bombed. Tell me, explain to me. Let's continue.
By your own government, yeah. And since the communist takeover of Cuba, you know, President Trump has talked about ending the regime there. There have been a number of American presidents who've tried a mix of sanctions, military operations, normalization towards the regime. None of this has worked to bring freedom to the
Even
people.
help. They try to help them.
Right.
Too.
What do you think will achieve real change, and what do you think needs to happen?
I'm convinced that a dictatorship, a regime like this gets established with a little help from the outside, and it's the same when it's going to implode. It needs a little push. The circumstance is so delicate, but what do you think at this point, because you were speaking about negotiating with the regime before in the before segment, and it's very difficult. They are very well established. They've been there for years. They've been playing around. This is the number 14 American president dealing with Cuba, and nothing is changing in there. What is the sense of defending such a state of things? It's amazing. Lives are so miserable that.
So, miss, what make people in life miserable? It's not the Cuban government, it's not the regime. It's outside entities. You sound like a traitor for real. Real talk. Who is making the Cubans' life difficult? If we are being honest. If we are being honest, ladies and gentlemen, who is making the Cubans' life difficult? Is who shut off fuel from them? It's all applied to remove the regime. You know? The regime is working quite fine. Persons are educated. You understand? Their literacy rate is far better than Jamaica and America put together. I mean, the best doctors in the world, they came up with their own self-sustaining vaccine in the pandemic, right? They do a lot of humanitarian work all around the world. They can defend themselves well enough. I don't get it. You have proud, you have proud Cubans. They are very disciplined people. I really admire them. So I don't understand. You being the daughter of Castro. Like, did somebody pay you to come up here and say this? I'm just asking. Yo, this lady credibility is shattered, and I'm just listening to her for the first time or the second time. Yeah, me soon forward Mr. Cole. Hold on, me I do one reaction. So me I record. Just give me a second.
What she do, she go on about sex. Casting all in that, and people going away. So she go over there, get all the things them, and she just attack now life so miserable. And why you have to defend? Remember, you know, and the Cuban people make them life miserable, you know, black here.
That is it.
And then you turn it and say them.
That
But
is
why
it.
police some people, you know, if you want people to change, you know, police a whole country and kill too much, make too much people die for starvation and everything. And say, oh, them cause it. The world can't run like this. So if me did that.
I mean, I agree with Mr. Lonesome, because at the end of the day, if you leave the Cubans alone, they're not gonna prosper. Because they have all the ingredients to prosper as a nation. Them have discipline, them have good work ethic, and they are nation-centered in terms of, I'm not thinking about myself. What I do is for my entire nation. Period. So it was quite disappointing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna say go ahead and go over to Mr. Wayne Lonesome and check out the full video and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Daryl Vaz looked like, you know, he was talking gibberish in terms of, you know, he's happy to welcome the ship when it's docked, and it's already docked. Welcoming the ship when it docked, but the ship docked already. But him still welcoming him, ready to welcome in the ship when it docked. So you know him did nervous. Him thinks they're gonna take him off of the boat and put him in a hole or something. I don't know, maybe. He was very nervous, ladies and gentlemen. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. Alright? It's a cool vibes. You got yourself. Mr. Cole?
Good morning to you and your listeners.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Question
Yes, sir.
asks,
Yes, sir.
how many Dr. America sent to Jamaica for the last 60 years?
I'm going to Google it. That's a very good question. I'm going to Google it.
And how many school America built in a Jamaica history?
I don't think they built any. That one seems to be a easy
That
one.
question must.
Go ahead, Mr. Cole.
And you
Yeah, break up. No, yeah, break
do you
up.
know that Jamaica
Yeah, break up.
built school university?
Yeah, break up.
Break up.
Yeah, man, yeah, break
Come
up.
like say them target me.
Boy, them a target only for people from what
Them
they.
target me.
You know notice say anytime
Yeah,
I stand I'm on go on Colin Bell show, I be a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So never ask the question again.
Yes, go ahead.
How many schools America built in a Jamaica history? And how many Jamaica built university in America? Right? When sugar was the king of the crop. No, people don't know that.
let me answer the first question we asked. I just googled it and asked how many doctors USA sent to Jamaica over the last 60 years. It says that and let me share it to the people that is watching on the live stream. Hold on, let me people, give me a quick second. This is important, because I know Mr. Cole always asks some serious questions. Give me a second. Let me just share my screen. Alright, so there it is. It says that the USA has not historically maintained formal bilateral agreements to send doctors to Jamaica. Instead, official medical aid relies on short-term military missions like the USNS Comfort or non-governmental organizations. The vast majority of international doctors in Jamaica historically came from Cuba. Mighty God.
Bolo, these are things that we have to understand. And yes, we may say America is the land of opportunity. We may say that. But at the same time, that while we are in crisis, the only country that assists our medical aid is the Cuban. Come we go as far as we want to go back. Bustamante, when he was campaign, he said, Norman Manley, I go communist. Edward Siaga side with the American. Cuba built 5 schools in the 70s. Garvey Masio, and we type them in. G.C. Foster, Champion Pier in St. Mary, a Buckingham Training Center, Osamati, but it's 5 schools. The only Olympic swimming side pool at GC Foster, Edward Siaga Mashio. Until now we don't have none at GC Foster.
Whoa.
Oh, somebody said GC Foster. Can anybody else continue to type in the name of them for me, please? Right? I want any laborer to come and tell me one school where America built.
Hold on the Durval. Hold on the Durval. I miss a cool moment right now, one at a time. You hear me, General? Go through Mr. Cole. More get as much teaching lessons from Mr. Cole. I register this right now and we have to do research. So just give me a second. Go through Mr. Cole.
Yeah. So what happened, my brother? America robbed Jamaica more than it helped Jamaica. We teach our students, such as teachers, doctors, nurses, and America take them from we. Cuba, based on the embargo that we sign an agreement with Cuba, and America take our student. Did they send back one to us? No. This is so barbaric. But Bustamante to Andrew Onis, they're willing to sacrifice the Jamaican progress. Not no more.
Alright, my boss. Alright, my general.
When you have a ship, when the Prime Minister is the Minister of National the defense minister and the prime minister went to the parliament and said he will not do anything to upset his neighbor up north. During COVID-19, the doctors who ran from Cuba. Can you tell me which country them run to and America use them? Oh, the country use themselves to say America. That's a giveaway. Doctors that ran from Cuba, which country they went to?
Tell us, please.
America. But because of America is declining in world power, you see that Iran was there, right? And he try wild up the European Union and work out. And he get a political backsliding. He might run come at Cuba and open political strength. And guess who? And I wish to God that all the Cubans in Cuba can hear. We, the decent citizens of Jamaica, is with the people of Cuba. We will never forget. Without you, our thousands of cataract patients was never, they lost their eyesight for over 20 years. When you can hear a lady said she could tell the last day she see the color clothes that she wear.
Whoa.
We, the decent citizen of Jamaica, is not in agreement with a criminal organization that led by the Jamaica Labour Party and the gangster boss Andrew Holness.
Mighty God.
We are not in agreement.
I stand in solidarity with the Cubans as well, man.
And if them short of one-man power, I am here and I'm willing to stand on the side of Cuba and say, Viva Fidel Castro.
Mighty God.
Long live the spirit of Fidel Castro.
Oh.
I am here not extending a solidarity to say Amanda to the people of Cuba, meaning power to the people of Cuba.
But what do you say about the people that are Cubans that are in the United States that say that they want to see Cuba change?
I should say that they should give back the education that they get back from the state of Cuba, right? And go to America and say, oh, they could survive. Because 98% of the Cuban people are more educated.
That is
right?
true.
Than any country on planet Earth.
Yeah, they are very well educated. That's a
So
fact.
if that Cuban person was born in America, there's a possibility him that they underneath Washington Bridge.
No. I'm talking about Circle. I'm talking about Fidel Castro's daughter.
No, man. That's a propaganda. Right?
What do you mean?
That young lady is not Fidel Castro's daughter.
What?
No, it's a propaganda. That's what the CIA did do, Them walk and spread rumor, The only three person who know Fidel Castro, daughter, is Raul, Fidel and Michael Manley.
So, Mr. Cole, you can tell me say the lady when we see on CNN and the Fidel Castro data?
No,
Mighty God.
that's the CIA propaganda.
Mr. Cole, Mr. They show one picture with her, no? And him, you know?
You not hear me? Yeah, at AI and Photoshop, you know.
Hey, me have to ask the question then. Go ahead, Mr. Cole.
No, you tell me, in Iraq, under Saddam Hussein and, right? Females under Saddam Hussein and female where America go down there and tell them say is a dictator, barbaric, and them a fight for human right. Under Saddam Hussein and I want to do this research again, type it in under Saddam Hussein and you know 18% of female of doctorates, while America only have 3%. Do your research.
Give me a second, Mr. Cole. You serious?
You enjoy the fruit. Enjoy the fruit.
Yeah, me have to enjoy local mango.
It is
Trust
mango
me.
season. Yeah, man, enjoy the fruit.
Let me rub off me
I
and
can
then.
only eat Bambi mango though.
So-
I can only eat Bambi mango because go and do your research. Per capita under Saddam and female have more PhD than in America. Yet Saddam Hussein was a dictator. Do your research.
Now look fit now. 18% of females, what?
A PhD under Saddam Hussein.
Well, it says here that.
Per capita.
Well, I know. Iraq, right? It says here, there's no historical evidence, and let me share it to the people then. Sorry about that, my side. Maybe I have to come off a camera. Take off Mr. Cole picture off of this. I may talk about your logo. True, may not talk so much. I have to make it thumbnail them, you know. So I have a logo by TikTok. Anyway, it says here that there's no historical evidence of or official demographic data indicating that 18% of all females had PhD under Saddam Hussein regime, while Iraq women did achieve notable achievements in education and professional fields during the Ba'athist government modernized campaign. This specific statistic is a misconception. Here's the context regarding women education and degrees in Iraq during the period. Women education in Iraq, high literacy and professional rates during 1970 to 1980. The Iraq government aggressively pushed for universal education and equal rights. As a result, Iraq women entered the workforce in high numbers, serving as doctors, engineers, lawyers, and academics. I think that speaks for itself. Good morning, Mama Son. How are you doing? I think that makes your point. That makes your point. Yes, go ahead.
Right? Every Libyans under Gaddafi was living at a higher standard. Whether you're in the slum or you're in any capacity, free housing, package 18, free education, free health care, and anything. And not only that, when you're married in Libya under Gaddafi, and what America said he was, a dictator, right? While every Libyan have a right to own a house under Gaddafi, while every American, whether you want go there, born there, or unalive there, there's a possibility you end up underneath the bridge.
Well, let me I ask the question. Gaddafi, every Libyan lifestyle was better compared to the USA citizens. And it yielded some results. So let me read. It says here, the claim that every Libyan had a better lifestyle than the average US citizen under Muammar Gaddafi rule is a complex oversimplification. Very interesting terms of choice of words, but I will continue. While Libyan's massive oil wealth funded robust social programs, comparing the two societies reveals sharp differences in political freedom and structural wealth. Consider these contrasting perspectives. So Libya's social benefits under Gaddafi, the government heavily subsidized housing, cars, and fuel. Newlyweds reportedly received cash grants to start family. That is an amazing thing right there. Let me just say that right off the jump. What that is going to do is increase the family structure. It's going to encourage family structure. So that is that.
You do farming under Gaddafi. You get 5 acre land, you get seed, you get fertilizer, and $5,000.
There's more, you know. It says the healthcare and education both were officially free. The state even funded medical treatments and university education abroad. So if you're there and you wanted to go to a certain field of education, they would send you overseas.
I'm not bashing Attawai. Like Attawai, like I take time out again to say that I transition, she had make up her mind and she decided to go. But for instance, like Happy Wife is in Libya. She'd go to Europe and get the best medical treatment on the behalf of the state. Under Gaddafi, like a young man meet a young lady and them got married and get $5,000, right? For a family startup and get a free house. But yet America dubbed him as a dictator and a terrorist.
Wow.
Right? Come to Cuba now.
Hold on, you can't left Gaddafi. Me have some more things to read there, so. It said,
go ahead, man.
Yes, man. I want to tell Mr. Cole. I must say, we are Google it, you know. It says here that, you know, no external debt. The country held vast sovereign wealth reserves funded by oil revenue with no external debt. It also says that U.S. citizens' standard of living, wealth and income, the U.S. enjoys significantly higher overall GDP per capita, disposable income, and broader economic diversity compared to an oil-dependent economy. But how can they say that? How can they say compared to an oil-dependent economy? Isn't USA an oil-dependent economy? They don't.
Yes, man.
They have some reserves, but honestly, USA is dependent on so many things. But anyway, and USA has so much debt, they can't say that about Gaddafi when he was. They had no external debt. But anyway, it says here that political and personal freedom, unlike Libya, under Gaddafi, where political opposition, independent media, and dissent were illegal and strictly suppressed, U.S. citizens have constitutional protection for free speech, assembly, and democratic election. Not in all cases, but anyway.
Bolo,
Yes.
I heard you blog them and I heard you believe in God and you listen to support. By any chance, when the last time my election was in heaven?
The election was in heaven, brother. So I hear your point. So they would consider God a dictator. Only Mr. Cole, and I can't even say nothing about the analogy there because God is not a dictator, it's just their mindset is the problem.
Bolo, the last time God get a challenge from my uncle, Satan. Because the last time God get a challenge from my uncle, Satan. Because based upon the book of Job, that when God said, Son of Man, and that's the first time the word Son of Man used. I go remember the scripture before me come up, you know. Where are you? He said, I was true and about the earth, seeking those who I can devour. And I'm considering your servant Job. So based upon that, I will say that Satan is my uncle.
Wow.
Because God is my father and Jesus is my brother. I know this is why Bible.
Interesting. I won't challenge you on that, man.
And he challenged God and God kicked him out of heaven.
That's true.
Bible says so.
That is true.
So if God is so good to the world, but yet to me, he's a dictator, why should I not love Fidel Castro? Why should I do not love Putin? Why should I not love Xi Jinping from China? You understand me?
Very interesting perspective, Mr. Cole. Wow.
Name me a country that have a dictator ruler, that the people of that country is undereducated like America.
That's a damn good question. There might be one or two, but it's not a lot. There's not a lot. It's not a lot. I name me one off of the bat, but I'm going to leave it to chance that there's one out that is a true dictator and the person's.
You're talking about William, South Korea or North Korea, and the King Jong-un?
I wasn't naming anybody, you know. So don't.
No, because I can defend that.
Try don't get me in trouble with Mr. Wong.
No, I can defend that.
Don't get me in
That's
trouble.
why I asked you to name me one.
I never said that.
On the king, on the king, you know. In William, North Korea or what? I don't remember which one is Korea. But I
South
can
Korea.
tell you.
South Korea.
South Korea. Under the kingdom. Do you know that? Don't follow me, but do your research.
Yes.
That even underneath the kingdom, there is more women in that country are PhD than America. Name one.
So more women in South Korea have PhD.
Yeah.
Compared to America, you're saying? And we're doing the fact checking now, ladies and gentlemen. So no one nobody getting at their feelings. I may have a whole heap of people who watch me now. Data shows that the United States provides more PhD overall, but South Korea has recently seen a dramatic surge in women earning doctorates, reaching 43.5% of all new PhD recipients. A comparison between the two countries highlights key differences in educational attainment and workforce realities. The United States women have been earning the majority of doctorate degrees for several years, making up slightly over 50 to 53% of all new doctorate recipients annually. South Korea women. Hold on, wait. Let me just finish. South Korea women accounted for a record 43.5% of new doctoral recipients, while this is a substantial leap from the 20.5% in 1999. It still trails the U.S. overall share for female doctorate holders.
Bolo. That's a country that is heavily sanctioned. Heavily sanctioned. And you have a 43 to a country where no sanction. So social them better.
Well, I see your point. Context does matter. Context does matter. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Because if they weren't sanctioned, imagine how much more people would be educated. Or how much more women in this case, in the context of your comparison, would be educated.
We're talking about females now.
Yes, females. Yes.
Right. So the reason why I'm using females, right? Because that is the concept of the West. That these countries who are communists, they target women and children.
The women don't thrive. You're absolutely right, Mr. Cole. That's the narrative that they put out. So I see why you're using these comparisons.
Right. Right. So these countries are heavily sanctioned.
Yes.
So take away the sanction, right? And I am heavily sanctioned. Meaning that I've committed a crime. They can't leave me here because there's a ankle on my foot. Right? Where's the American term, a GPS sanction on my foot. But yet I could able to match up with you because you're the party road that walk up and down, you see everything, you do everything, but I was castrated or incarcerated or prosecuted or anything you want to call it. But yet
You know what it is though, Mr. Cole? There's no system that is perfect. And that's the reality that a lot of persons have to come to. America is not perfect. America is not perfect.
You're talking about Gaddafi way a passing stool and a golden toilet.
No.
Are you talking about hold on? Are you talking about the universe creator who sit on a heavenly throne?
No, sir, I'm not talking about that. And I'm not here advocating for men to be worshipped on earth. So let me be clear on that, me personally.
No, we are not worshipping men on earth, But remember that I, God, am a jealous God. Right? And I was created in his own image. So if God can't, if God can't sit on one golden throne, why I cannot sit on a golden toilet?
I just think that a lot of the persons that are against the communist regimes, I think they're gigantic hypocrites, because they would want to have the type of power they have and have that type of control, but appear as if they are not doing it. So it's very hypocritical, because if you look at certain shades of democracy, they actually there's dictatorial traits. You understand what I mean? So it's quite hypocritical.
Look on America. Look on America. What America say in the world is law. Because in say him are the world police. Right? So if America get up tomorrow morning and say the world should be gay. The world should be gay.
Yeah, well, because of the influence, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's a dictator.
I see what you're saying.
I should be able to decide what I want to be, when I want to be, or how I want to be.
And you know, one of the things I hear Mark Rubio saying is really about prosperity and getting American companies in Cuba. And I'm like, that's the only reason why you guys want to change their system, is to make some people very, very wealthy. That's it. Like, what the hell is going on?
China. America got China. America policy. In Russia, America policy. In coming to the Caribbean, America policy. Want to China policy. Want to the rest of the world policy. What your household. I grew up as a 7-day reformist, right? Where we don't eat a certain type of food. But Bolo invite me over my yard. But Bolo pork. My duty is to make sure that I eat at my yard because me know say Bolo eat pork. So I make sure so that I eat on my yard. So I come a Bolo yard and he say, "Oh no hungry?" Me say no. That's not America policy. America come and a fling down. But in closing Bolo because I have so much thing with it tomorrow morning. They're all hopefully to see it tomorrow. But that's what you read tomorrow. But in my closing Bolo, right? Me now come out for the line, but
Yeah, man, understand.
more try get something to eat.
Yeah, man.
Because me have food. So I leave that shit. Right? But hopefully they're all see you tomorrow. But Bolo in my closing,
Yes, sir.
my friend is not your friend. And your friend is not my friend. And I quote from Nelson Mandela, the late Nelson Mandela, that if you have to change your friend in every room you go in, you should not be a leader. And that's Andrew Onis.
All right, my boss. Thank you. Mr. Cole, ladies and gentlemen, mighty God. We always a riveting conversation. What go on, Derval? Thank you for your patience, my general. Where are you?
Morning, Bolo. Morning, Mr. Cole. Morning, my mother, morning, daddy.
Mama.
When I country Jamaica, so I'm going to America.
Come on, we all know that they don't control these leaders in the Caribbean are puppets, man. What is wrong with them, man?
Exactly, Bolo. That big old house, they will land on the sea. We are Jacob people house. The plane will come off. Boom, and Jacob people house like Kingston, yeah.
What you saying?
The plane will took off.
What you saying?
The big old house where they put in the sea. Yeah, the big old house with some plane took off. Boom, and Jacob people house. And Jacob people house. And Jacob people house, Bolo. When I wear that far, they matter about education. Not the education ship. I want them war against Cuba. Not the education ship that because education ship don't have war and play on it. Why? Open them don't want to run a war. We teach you opinion about education. Educated kids success. Now we teach you opinion about education. If they want one a little end, but they go and go one a little end. We don't go them for war. We go them for education. So Andrew Wallace, the big old house they put in they see this Andrew Wallace, when they come, Andrew be careful. Be careful because me not go down with you, you know. I tell you the truth. Me not go down with you, Andrew Wallace. Me not go down with you, and me not go down with you, with you, Andrew Wallace. Andrew, me can't like you. You can't be a chef respect you. Me can't respect you, Andrew Wallace. Can't respect you. Okay, don't respect Jamaican people because you put no for the nation and say, all right then, there's a ship coming in, such time and such time. Be prepared. Some never go on the Kingston. No be prepared for it. The whole house jerk up when the plane took off. The whole house jerk up.
Derval. Based upon the American intelligence that Cuba has required some suicide drone. And based upon that we are gathering, right? That we know, but based upon this new information that the Cuban have and you can't just say CIA after Iraq again. Iran, sorry. Because them say Iran have only 2 weeks with a missile and Iran continue to destroy American base around the Middle East and continue to bombard a certain country, the blue and white flag. Right? So if the Cuban decided to send 3 of those drones at Jamaica, how can we stop them?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether country are because I don't know. Because Andrew said just careless, it's a careless government. We have careless government. It just careless. It make any shit come in the country. Any shit come in the country. And the first country
Durval, if you're a good thief, another good thief get hold. And you have to defend the good thief, you defend him, you know. Can you know what your name called?
no.
I did not say the Prime Minister of Jamaica is a thief, but this upon the Integrity Commission report.
It's a thief. It's a thief. All right, now, Bolo.
Yes, sir.
No one, Bolo and that come. No one ask.
Oh my God.
All right, now, that was not in the island. The other should not in the island. Just only stay at China.
What?
Should not in the island.
Whoa.
China.
Hold on, the Durval. What you said? Juliet was there in Jamaica right now?
Should they China because the FLA for read later on. Should they China?
Them better read that look more, no? Them better read it look more.
Look what the FLA for read and just was on the FLA for read and the report for read. She had the corruption, she and her husband had the corruption, the back's grade and the back's grade is alleged. Because we don't know yet. It's alleged, we don't know yet.
Jamaican tomorrow, not tomorrow, a few hours from now, we will be on Duke Street, and it's an operation that will not stop. I'll be wearing my t-shirt marking accountability. That's my mission.
Yes.
Right? Hopefully that Durban will be there, in spite of all what we are covered. Right? But the truth must be told.
Yes.
That from 1962, it is the worst this country has ever been in corruption.
True, man.
It is the worst.
True.
Every morning you wake up.
Every morning, that's something else. Lie, man, that's true, man.
You got your bed.
All right, now. Ripple free, you know, the day, you know, what I ordered with Rasta, them, you know, Ripple free, you know, and then put Parliament on holiday, because they say Labor Day, fine. But no, once it's not in the island now, and Ripple free later, them better read it out there.
No, man.
Better read it.
That's not true. She can't send her ruling. She not have to do it. She don't have to be there.
That's why you have a deputy speaker.
Yeah, man. She not have to do it.
Bolo, listen to Bolo, I say, them better read it without R.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I agree with that. That's a fact.
The man can't read it.
But no, they're not going to read it. Much of them not going to read it.
What is going to go read?
I'm not sure why. Remember that last year, you have 13 names for corruption. Those names are called out yet?
No.
Thank you. Because they are incited on a thing where say, as soon as possible. Right? So that will be their thing, right? But you know, in one thing that I want to say to the Jamaican people, right? While I was growing up, there's a gentleman in Fraser's Canton, I'll call district name Red Pan and Red.
When you finish that story, I'm going to need to share one audio, yeah? And I don't want to...
Yeah, man, no problem.
No problem.
And while growing up, there's a gentleman here by the name of Mr. Harold Cole, my granduncle. And he said his only thing can take a warm cock is a warm front. And the Jamaican people are cool, and the Jamaican government are cool.
I was in the morning, Bolo. Early morning, this is
Virgin, let me tell you something. Calm down here. I have my children and I watch, alright, sir? Careful.
Exactly, calm down.
Careful, Mr. Cole. Anyway, let me move on. Let me move on.
I can't say them better read it because the court tell them to read it. No, they're supposed to read no. Table the report no. Table the report no. You understand?
The court.
Table the report no. Whether When she there and not read and call her name because she edit, she and back together and her man edit.
Talking hold on there. Ladies and gentlemen, mute to the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about Babsy Grange. It has come to my attention that she spoke on Nikisha Burchell. I don't know what was said, but I am going to listen it right now and give my thoughts. Alright? Please don't stop my record. Yes, yes, so let's hear it. And remember to like and share the video, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this.
I find it very disgusting. In fact, I think that we have a new breed of politicians, young politicians, who do not recognize the importance of their role and the important position that they're in and the fact that it was required to set example.
No, Mr. Cole, you can't do
I
that.
don't know if they're doing it because they feel that makes them popular because they get caught up in social media. And the more outrageous you are, the more popular you think you will get on social media. But the speaker deserves to be respected. And House speakers all over the world have to be very stern and have to focus on the job they have to do. It's like you go in court, you can't tell the judge he's wrong. You have to respect his position. And so when I see the behavior of this young lady, I'm appalled, I'm disgusted, and I'm saying to myself that once you enter politics, your organization should give you some training and let you know what is becoming of you as a representative of the people and what is unbecoming. And so I think that she has overstepped. She has, to me, she has embarrassed us as women in parliament. And I really think that her leader should sit with her and say, hold on, lady, this is not how you conduct yourself as a member of parliament.
Bolo. 513. When Colonel Charles Sr.
No, hold on. I'll be telling you say then can't you need to calm down and wait till me have a say. Miss Babsy Grange. You never find Juliet Wallace behavior towards Dr. Angela Brownberg disgusting. Outside, you never find that disgusting. What was disgusting? Mr. Cole, what was disgusting about what Miss Nikisha Burchell said? And you talked about the speaker in terms of her being the speaker and should be respected. Obviously, you don't watch other parliaments around the world. I heard a man tell the speaker, said, listen, you are talking rubbish, garbage. And the man said, the man said, you need, the speaker said, you need to retract that. The man said, I'm not retract nothing. I SHIT, chat. So I don't know where you automatically get no respect, no way. And Nikisha Burchell did not say what she said in Parliament. Nikisha Burchell said what she said on an interview on the road. And how come we not hear you say nothing about when Mr. Sinclair did a campaign for the man we should go against. And he might talk about the lady anatomy and a disgrace her. Where were you as women of the Jamaica Labour Party in defense? Not only see a man when I support George Wright. This man, Mr. Cole and Derval. Mr. Cole first, go ahead.
Bolo, where was Babsy when Colonel Charles Sr. said that every patrol will be in a Jamaica, a Porsche wall.
All them is something I not even know about that, because I never did about them time. Wow. Wow. That's
Where was
crazy.
Babsy when Edward Siaga said a woman is nothing less than a garbage bag? She was there. Yes. She was there with Edward Siaga. She was there with Colonel Charles Sr.
Mighty God.
Where when I know where Babsy, when the judge only say we have black skin lamp bag. Where
Edward Siaga. Edward Siaga. Edward Siaga. Not
Yeah, where Babsy, where Babsy the judge. Well, I know where Babsy with the judge was a look after making a parliament and people. Where Babsy.
Gentlemen, one at a time, please. Me a record. Just me not. They not hear.
Where was Babsy when Juliet only said, "Oh yes, one rubbish heap, a PNP lived there."
Hello. Talk truth, no man. Talk truth, no man.
Where was Babsy when the Prime Minister of Jamaica said that the PNP coming like a dog?
We have royalty in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Metco Talk TVs in the building. What go on, Mr. Tower? Where are you?
Morning, Bono. Morning, Mr. Cole. How you doing? A long time, Mr. Cole.
Yes, man.
I am here one day about me.
Let me correct Mr. Cole with something. Edward Siaga said that the government is like a black scandal bag laying on her back for the man to come and take her to.
What?
That's what his exact word was.
Mighty God. Whoa.
Its exact word was that. I can't remember what really happened when he ended up saying that.
Wow.
And he went to Shamshire Square and said, the government is like a lady. Lay on her back. When the man to come and take her do?
Wow.
That was the exact word.
Wow.
So, you know, the people of this country, many of us, and I'm not saying everybody, but many of us need to do our history before we go on mic and start chatting nonsense. You know, I don't hear nobody from the Jamaica Labour Party munch anybody speaking about the dilapidated state of West Kingston. Did you see the tour where Andrew Holness did?
Mighty God. Talk about it.
And nobody talking about it. The Jamaica Labour Party has been in existence in West Kingston from Wappy Hill Phillip. Look at the state of West Kingston.
Yeah.
Disgrace.
Hold on. You're talking before Judas betrayed Christ?
Mr. Cole is something else, you know.
And guess what? It's two prime ministers serve that constituency, you know.
Yeah.
Remember that?
George Philip Siaga and Bruce Golding.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, his name was Oret. That's why I never liked the Oret.
No, he's not saying he doesn't like the or they prefer call him Bruce.
No, he did not like it. He can't.
No, Mr. Cole, don't say that. That's not true.
Mr. Cole uses sometime, you know. Mischievous.
Come on, Mr. Cole, man. That is not true.
No, he said he did not like Oret.
Me no want to divert to the Oret business. We are talking about this lady saying that Nikisha Burchell's statement was disgusting.
Hold on, Mr. Cole. Let me address that. It is a disgrace that the female parliamentarians on the Jamaica Labour Party side decide to ridicule Nikisha Burchell. Yet, the Jamaican state, with the security forces, unalive a Jamaican citizen, a woman, a female, and you hear nothing from the Jamaica Labour Party female members of parliament. Not a word from Babsy Grange, not a word from the speaker herself, not a word from Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, not a word from the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Nothing.
You're talking about Juliet Cockburn Phil. Phil, sorry. Remember I say, me and I to a room here now, me start drink. Right? The bad word cursor.
I don't want you mix up Mr. Tavares, you know, sir. Alright, keep it level. Keep it level. Keep it level.
Remember I say, me start drink here now, so never have a sip.
You're drinking too early, Mr. Cole. It's just minutes after 1 o'clock in Jamaica, after minutes after 2 o'clock in the States. Stop it.
So by any chance, you're talking about the bad word cursor. I mean Juliet Cockburn Phil. I mean Phil. Right? Remember I said me start drink. So come we move to Amir, which is a meal in St. Thomas. The same Juliet Cockburn Filth. I mean Filth. Right? I mean Michael Charles, who took a kerchief and shook underneath a lady frock.
What?
I said that's where it belongs because the kerchief that the lady that walk with was a certain color.
Oh.
Let me say something, Mr. Cole. Hold on a minute, Mr. Cole. Let me say something. It is full time the Jamaican people, whether the PNP or JLP, understand something. That the level of disrespect the two political parties disrespect the people of this country is appalling. I must call a spade a spade. What
Make him finish.
What Michelle Charles did is a disrespect to the females of this country. She disrespected that female candidate voter. And we sit down in this country and allow these people to continue doing these things to us.
True.
I agree with
what we fail, hold on, Mr. Cole. What we fail to understand that when Parliament is over, they're friends, they're business partners. But yet we will come on social media and we will cost our own Jamaicans for these politicians, and the time is full time we stop this nonsense.
I don't see that right now. That was true to me. Now you can see a clear demarcation line happening right now. There's a new breed coming up. To me, and this is just my opinion, to me that was true back in the day. No, I'm not saying that. Listen, hold on, Mr. Give me a chance. I am not saying that there's nobody that are friends. We know some of them we are friends. I am telling you right now, the large majority of the political representatives, them not rub shoulder with the other side. They're not doing it right now. It's a new breed. It's a new breed.
That maybe you are not privy to.
Same to me. Bolo, it is reality. Right? When I was in politics,
Just my opinion.
Bolo, and then I tell you, when I was in politics, the bar that I feel safe to drink was Alvin Beckford. That is the councillor that I challenge, and I make a clean bar go drink. Because in no one, the analyze in a bar, you understand me? That's reality. However, what we're saying, the ideology of the two political parties are different. So now because we got Beckford bar go drink, and a man in the attack crap, I will defend the ideology of the People's National Party. It is the People's National Party who give women in this country right. May I tell you this, Bolo? Until today, the Jamaica Labour Party don't have a woman movement. The People's National Party have a woman movement from 1974. to defend the rights of women. From 1954, it is the People's National Party who have a human right, right?
Yeah.
To defend the rights of human under Norman Manley.
Right.
So the ideology of the Jamaica Labour Party will never, ever hear a member of parliament in public, like a Michelle Charles, go tell a woman, right, which is a female, to take this as to underneath your flag because that's where it belongs. Right? You will never.
I want to make a point. I don't want to forget it. In turn, I think it's a double-edged sword when we talk about, you know, the politicians them not you know, seeing eye to eye with each other, they're friends and they're cordial. Remember the history of the political parties, you know, when they were at their throats, you know, persons were unaliving each other in the streets. So I think we have to be careful. Like, what are we saying? That they shouldn't have any type of, you know, respect or them for just at each other's throats. You understand? We have to be careful what we have to say, because I think that I think it's reasonable to say that, you know, it's a diplomatical thing for, you know, and like said, all of them are sit down and have dinner with each other. Back in the day, that was a real reality, because I tell them I have PMP and JLP in my family. As a matter of fact, quiet as kept. Some of them know, some of the old one them were in a government right now, and what I'm find out to them a body. You understand what I say? Yeah, so it's like we have to be careful when we are say, boy, the two of them. No, not in all cases it's something bad that they actually are cordial with each other, is what I'm saying. Because we wouldn't want it to be that them are set an example for the zealots them that are hardcore liberator or PMP to be at each other's throats more than they already are. Go ahead, Mr. Cole.
Bolo, what happened is the ideology, right? All right, for instance, right? In the 70s coming up to the 90s, right? A GLP will not go to a GLP house and eat, because if them find out you challenge them for them sleep, you're going to be unalive.
What?
And it happened through history.
Yeah, let me something.
Right?
I am telling you.
Crazy.
So the ideology is what makes us different from them.
Different from who? Aren't we all Jamaicans?
No. I don't even say if I am a Jamaican.
No, I'm saying, aren't we all Jamaicans? Isn't PNP, JLP Jamaicans people?
Yeah, but Mr. Tavares, you really have to look on it from a simple perspective. Yes, we are all Jamaicans, that goes without saying. But when persons start to take up a certain type of thinking and behavior because of who them support, then yes, we are all Jamaicans, but your mindset and your actions is altered by what you actually are subscribing to. And you can look upon that in terms of religion as well. We are all human beings, but some of us believe in a Christ, and some of us believe in a Buddha, and some of us believe in the devil. If you let me deal with, you understand? So you can't really take away the titles them. If you want to say, you would love to see people them say, boy, we are Jamaicans first, that would be good. But when they look at it, that's not what is happening. The party come first. Hold on, Mr. Cole. Hold on, Mr. Cole. Make Mr. Tavares answer.
You know something, Bolo. And I gotta run because
yeah, man.
I gotta try to get some more sleep.
Yeah, man.
You know something, Bolo, Mr. Cole. What you said a while ago, Bolo, is the truth. But it boils back down to one thing.
Yeah.
If we can't see this country as Jamaica and put Jamaica first, and start putting the two political parties before everything,
yes,
then I'm sorry, our nation will not change. Hold on, Mr. Cole.
Make him finish now, Mr. Cole. Make him finish now.
We need to put Jamaica first. Not PNP, not JLP, not UIC, not Never Dare Move, Jamaica. Because let me say something to you. the two political parties and those who are in the political parties, they put themselves first, they put their business first, they put their health first. It's only we outside here killing up ourselves over PNP and JLP. And don't put our country first and put ourselves first.
Yes.
And the toxic behavior that we have against each other because of PNP and JLP, it needs to stop.
And make we talk. It's toxic relationship, right? In every country, it is the same thing.
No, sir.
Right?
No.
In America,
that is not true.
In America,
it is not
the Republican. In America, the Republican.
Let him finish, Mr. Tavares. Let him finish.
Right? Please. In heaven, between God and the devil, what happened is that we as the people have to make sure we come out and tell the Jamaican the people. And I'm talking as a Jamaican because I do have a passport. That's the history for me now. That's the only man we can leave Jamaica. Right? We can't tell that thing. That's the history for me now. I know my date of birth. Right? The month when I born and the year when I born in. Right? But the reality must be told. I believe a song we say, good and evil can't be friends. I don't know where that song today.
That is true. That is true. Can't mix light and darkness, can't mix. That is true.
I am the scripture in the Bible say, woe unto he that call darkness light.
Yes.
In Isaiah. Can you make me talk TV? Come and tell the Jamaican people that from 1962 to 2026, one social program that the Jamaica Labour Party bring forth from Buster Mankey to Andrew Owens that benefit the mass of the people. That's the reality that we're talking about. The most aggressive prime minister Jamaica ever have against the poor people is Andrew Michael Owens.
Mr. Cole, anybody who know a Jeffrey Tavares, I am not picking up for need of JLP or PNP, I'm picking up for the Jamaican people.
So am I.
The poor class of Jamaicans who continue feeding the pans of hell. Because we continue preaching about PNP and JLP. Because we continue preaching about PNP and JLP. We're not preaching about this country. You see, I am not, and you speak about the Republicans and the Democrats. When the people of the United States have an issue with their government, I want to speak it about and have protests. You think they go there as Republicans and Democrats? No.
Yes, they do.
They do not. They go there as Republicans.
We have to.
They go there as Americans rather.
Mr. Tavares, we have to be fair.
I am telling you.
We have to be fair. There's tribalism in every single.
They come together and they take to the streets. They don't go as a political party. They go as America to speak about what is going on in America.
Hold on. I want to say something now. Mr. Tavares, you have to admit that there's tribalism in every culture. Politically,
yes, I agree
every
with that.
culture. Everyone.
I agree with that.
I have
What
to
I'm
admit
saying
that.
to you, whenever they have an issue in the United States, the people that go there as Americans and as Republicans and Democrats for one common purpose. In Jamaica, if you go there, you're dirty labor, you're dirty
Alright, Mr. Tavares.
that's the time. Listen to me. If we don't stop that thing, things will never change.
Let we talk now. It's if tomorrow morning I die and I go to heaven, and say one little light up there, they are turn good on hell no good.
I gotta go.
Yeah, and that note, I'm about to wrap up, but why you were sitting there before me left.
Alright, Bono, talk to you later.
You can pick up yourself? Yeah, brother. No, sir. We can't deal with this.
Mr. Tavares run down as he see man at home.
A long time I say I go, brother. I'm just see you.
Alright.
A long time man say I go. And Mr. Cole, I wonder when Mr. Cole still a do ya. Because him say when I go. I swear.
Sometimes, you know, when you take a stock and you hear anybody at all come and talk about Jamaica and come about their line of politics, I labor right them straight and then disappointed. Me no matter
No,
who
sir.
them
No, sir. Me not gonna make you put that
labor
promise.
right them straight.
Me not gonna make
Let
you
me
put
tell
that
you,
promise at Tavares. That is inaccurate.
anybody, me say, me mother and me father, bolo.
That
Them a
is-
labor, anybody promote that. You know
That
why?
is inaccurate, sir. That is
Well,
quite
bolo.
inaccurate.
Yeah,
Telling you.
bolo. Let me make me explanation to that.
Mm-hmm.
Look here.
You have-
Jamaica can run by itself.
Mm-hmm.
A two-party around Jamaica. Labour right and PMP. Two of them around Jamaica. If anything from that are anarchy, we can 3 million people can run themselves. So you must depend on one wing. If you not depend on no wing, but you know but I say nothing. Because you not go work out.
No man, we now on what I think you're missing, you know, Sydney, is that there is support and then there is tribalism. There is gang, like some people have a gang type of mentality when it comes to politics. You understand? Like I'm gonna go taking time out and there for message me and tell me say, oh dirty comrade. Me have all the message right there, sir. I mean, I say, I have never ever done. I have never ever done that to a labor right. I have never classed a labor right as a dirty nothing or nothing. Like. I am not that guy. And look at this. See it here. Hold on now. Hold on now. See it here. You are a wicked, nasty, mouth, drunk or dirty comrade. See it here.
That's the thing me I tell you. And I bet you that person and company here come chat.
See that? See
But
that?
in my heart, you me see it.
See that? See
And
that?
bolo.
Bolo. Well, honestly, Bolo, the Prime Minister said PNP is like a mongrel dog.
Who that? Which prime minister said that?
Andrew Wallace.
And when him say that again? Oh,
He's a
minister.
Jamaican. He's a PNP
Oh
like
yes,
a
in
dog.
the liken to it like a dog barking running off a atro. I just remember.
Alright.
I need to
You
find
and
back
me,
that
I say,
clip.
I know.
I need to find
You
back
and
that
me, I
clip.
say. You and me, I say,
I need to find back
eh,
that clip.
Mr. Tavares might come and say me not with you, but I bet you the last dollar is support GLP. Whether I give them money or something.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, brother. No, sir. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
Whether GLP or PNP then, let me say GLP or PNP, you must support something. You can't tell me you never support no party. No, it might not come out like what we talking. But under the point you don't support nothing for none of the party.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you, Sydney. Mr. Mekutak is like Mr. Willie Ratika. He knows the good and the bad about the People's National Party and the JLP. You understand? Them know things in the inner circle, they investigate. So they don't associate themselves with either side to say, yo, boy, we definitely are gonna support this side all the while. Like how some people do it. No. Them a look upon it at this moment in time, JLP is not good for the country, so we need new leadership. And that them depend. And if the PMP going up on the foolishness, them are gonna be the one to say, yo, we need new leadership again because them not do the right thing. That is how the man them not die hearted, brother.
You see what happened now? When that's the problem, not Jamaica. Swing.
No, that's a problem for you. That's the way you think. They don't think the same way. They don't think like you. They don't think like you. They don't think like you. They don't think like you, brother. That's okay. It's okay for them not to think like you.
Look here now, Mr. Bola and Mr. Cole. Look here now, sir. From 20, all right, from PJ Patterson come to Port of him for 20 a year them
Hey, you have 15 minutes here, 2:30, I'm gone. I'm gone like a light.
20 a year them doing a power. All right. When you tell me something now, say no. All right. They tell as well, Mr. Cole asked a while ago, you know, somebody type and nobody jump up and tell me. Tell me one or two good program what the JLP set up by themselves when no had on what either PJ Patterson or Port into Mela Bill in this country by themselves. We say had on. We don't talk had on or continue. We talk where you start from beginning. We deserve 3 terms now in our power.
Yo, we all know say them never earn them the term there. We all know say a skullduggery. And them not
Then
really know
how
few
them man, they
people.
have so much big talk and people that come up and a swing. Man,
No man, but you
everybody
miss,
come and
you
do content,
conflate,
you
you
know, right, man?
conflate, you conflate the argument, Bridget. The man has said,
No,
you are,
what?
Sydney, you are conflating the conversation. The man is talking
Oh,
about the way how the people them of Jamaica treat each other because them live on one side or the next. You can support whatever party you support, but you know if you deal with the one another so not describe the one another so that the man I talk about, that's
the man
exactly what the
said
man
this
is
for
addressing.
Jamaica. What Jamaica
But
can't
Bolo,
run, he said, Bolo.
if my neighbor call me a dog, you know, we call my neighbor Janko.
God have mercy. Can't bother with me. Wanna wrap up here, man. Wanna wrap up, cause it's a
Yeah, man,
conversation.
make me wrap up.
Wrap up.
Let me
We
share
not
with
gonna
some
agree
good
on that
side.
one here at all. We just not
Let
gonna.
me share with that. Let me tell you something about Bolo. And let me tell you something. A radical, everybody feels come and me try to people run my jail people out of power everywhere where they call them wicked car. You can't tell me say a 3 term now and you don't have nothing for sure. You don't have nothing for sure so boy right now. Alright. My PJ party, let me start from PJ party when most of the young people we know from this so voting, you know. PJ party in bringing where we are talking about right now. So you know, make it as a massive, but in work the way we have the internet and communication then. Communication.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Film term did instrumental when it comes to that.
Alright.
One of the Sydney, Bolo, why is it on book name 101 reason why to vote for the PNP? You can download it. And when that you go through that book then, brother.
Alright.
101 reason.
Remember short that Mr. Cole him say Matthew. Right? And look here now. You have a transportation thing with now again. Come in know so when you are young where I want little Mayflower bus, if that pass you can go out and France center and the blue, yeah, nurse, teacher, doctor, meat, banana, coke, everything I trap in the one bus. Remember that you know. PJ Pattis himself said, no, you need to find life. No, sir. It's the doctor and the nurse and read doctor them tired. They can't work again. And the man want the car dealership.
Yeah, make it cheaper. Make it cheaper for the people. Not true, man. Not true.
PJ Pattis roll on the car dealership with the tar them and the nurse and teacher pull them.
Me here said Daryl Vaz the benefit of that in Sydney.
What you mean that man the first one is car dealer?
Well, I know he oppose it.
Yes.
And in benefit after it.
Yes.
He oppose it.
House to house water. A PJ Pattis again with what the Carl Blight. PJ Pattis. Right? Even the flush tiling they will appear quick tiling when go leak outside one time, bloom make a coach not say you come. It's not you can't go in. Be a coach so I'm your bottom all boat and your feet you're licking the road down. Some big old drummer road you and you see I love them IT tight woman up the radio station and stuff. And Pete Tile to not come from. And PJ Pattis make you can put the sound no big talk. That a summer beat. Me name talk about the road. Everybody knows the man is a highway. Portia seems to come and do only 4 years. She do Heart Academy. She build school. Heart Academy at Portmore. She do.
And watch her now. Sydney.
Yeah.
She do all of that when the economy was on the verge of collapse.
Then Bolo man. Oh, man, you see that road you see a while ago. You say, cover everything when you say, brother. Collapse. She take you out of the whole. After the right dry down in night, boom, boom, boom. Right? So a man go and tell me now, say, boy, you got boots for labor right now and talk about Jamaica. Talk about my Jamaica time, brother. And labor right we go. I was that when nothing to talk about, say, me have miss with Jamaica, because we born and just we born long time. And tell me a man say, miss with Jamaica, you know, not your labor right. As how me see it.
All right, Sydney.
Commander. Yes, Mr. Cole. Yes. Yeah, Mr. Cole.
What I want Bolo to do, and I know that I'm interested in research, just type in 101 reason why to go to PNP. 64 school was built and repaired under PJ Patterson.
All right.
All hospital away from St. Thomas get an upgrade. Mapen Hospital was built, brand new Maniville Hospital. The highway, the Arthur Tree bus terminal, the ATC, the used car deal, Operation Pride, the LAMP program for cycling, NIPA, and the list go on and on. PJ Patterson has done more for Jamaica than combine all the Jamaica Labour Party Prime Minister. All. When you hear them talk about when you say 1 in 5, no 1 in 5,
5 in 4.
1.5, right? It was started under PJ Patterson, right? When the GLP conned the people in 2007 and tell them, so they were going to move it from 2007 or 2016 from where it is, right? They put on $27.5 billion with a new tax to fund that, right? The GLP come and promise them will move the economy from 1 in 4. Until now, the economy cannot move.
What do you mean 1 in 4? You talk about what there?
No, man. From 2016, when they said they will move.
5 in 4, man. 5 in 4. 5% in 4 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1 in 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5% in
4 years. 5% growth in the economy for 4 years. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want, PJ Patterson, as dubbed by Bruce Golding, as the greatest development, and you can go to the parliament and side and him tell you that when PJ retire, and Bruce Golding said we must dub him Mr. Infrastructure. Yes. Right? Yes. School, hospital, road, water, life, yes. Water. The economy grow. Yeah. The economy grew under Omar Davis by 3%. The only time in Jamaica history from 62.
Yes, that is true.
Right?
That is true.
So when you hear them attack, that's why I said to all comrades, when they come on the live, encourage every comrade to get that book. 101 reasons why to vote for the PNP, and then you have a base knowledge that from 1940, from 1938 to 2026, the only time Jamaican mass has benefit from the Jamaican people is under, from the Jamaican government, is under the PNP. And Mr. Paul, equal pay woman, Michael Manley. Maternity ward leave, Michael Manley. National Housing Trust, Michael Manley. My daddy. So that's why I'm never right. Because you know you're my daddy. You have one thing we call in the site housing, right? Like with De La Vega and many more community. Land lease, right? Land for the landless. It started under the PNP, the Jamaica Labour Party have no track record.
Wow.
And Mr. Cole lies to the Jamaican people. Back up what you say, I know, Mr. Cole. You see, if this Nara thing even go through.
You go through already.
All
go
right,
through, it's fully through.
All right, if it go through.
It's fully through, and if it gone through already.
All right, we mean say if it work then.
Oh,
work,
yes,
right.
that is it. That
if
is
it work right. You see, he still can't claim nothing because he had and he put everything together and call it one. So I know him. You see, he can't get no big praise to that if he even work out, you know. Because everything is no new thing and that he was combined together. The Naira bill is a legal way now without question the government how to keep the taxpayers' money.
Mighty God.
So just imagine. The Sydney now put your court visa in Angua, no court business in Angua. What happened, Sydney, you cannot put something before the court until when it happened, you can't before the
court. They have to break your law first.
They have to
break the constitution more importantly.
Right. So, when if them break the constitution, it will be going to the court and it's going to be challenged. So, make we see.
PNP, I watch them careful, man. Don't have 3 minutes.
Yes, a certain aspect of it, 1, 5 or 6 aspect of it, against the constitution. So
No, it potentially could violate the constitution. You understand?
right.
Because when you look on the Bengal mining permit ruling, you know what I mean? That are the biggest potential to violate the constitutional rights.
And remember, you know, that I know, my sister, Carl Samuda sister, say it take one tiki PNP to build the whole Labour Party.
Mighty
I know, my sister, Carl Samuda sister, and remember, say Christopher Tufton said, him need a leader when afraid of bright people. I know, my sister, Tufton sister.
Hey, Mr. Cole, if you can get somebody, if you can get somebody download the book for me, but me go up on the internet, me see it, you know, but it kind of hard to read, so I can in a color everything and it fine. But if you can get somebody for, come here, try zoom in, and you know, give me chance to zoom in. So yeah.
Inbox me your number, and then I inbox your Palberg number.
Sydney, you know, Sydney, you know, Mr. Cole number.
I don't know me have his number, you know.
How about the earlier? I think you two know my brother.
Everybody, we are brother. We are brother. But guess you though, inbox me your number, Bolo. Or say Susie come up here.
Susie, may I give you last 3 minutes? May I come off?
No, me just hail up my brother them. Yeah. I'm Mr. Sydney. How are you? How are you? Not bad. Want to give me number, Mr. Cole, because I have to talk, you know. Yeah, man, I need to talk from what day. You know, well, 1 second, Susie, 1 second. You want to, you know, you can take, you know? No. No, say online, man. No, say online. Man, it's on live right through, man. It's on live right through. I mean, WhatsApp. No, make somebody inbox me the number. All right.
Mr. Cole, are you this?
Yeah, man.
A 2 profile you have?
Hey, remember, say me an old man in September, come here 65 years old. You're still young. Stop it.
Alright, may I message you right now?
Yeah. So just inbox me your number. Then I go and inbox your Palberg number. And when you hold that program, there's a possibility we can get him on the live and we go through that. You understand?
Yeah.
101 reason why you should vote for the PNP start from now and Monday.
May I go send you Sydney number too?
Yeah, do that. All right. Yeah.
Una have 1 minute, you know?
Hold on, 1 minute. The man is a
1 minute.
Because I was doing some research yesterday, you see, on why Andrew have this serious connection with the UN, you see? And he said they don't necessarily recruit him, but he has agreed to do certain things on behalf of the UN. He has held several positions within the UN, you know, where most people don't know about. Thus, this bill is implemented or this bill is coming because a lot of it have to do with some of the things that is required by the UN. This is why I bring back Anders to come, because I believe that if there's a resistance by the Jamaican people, you want to have this military background. Why you think you might take some of the money and give it to JDF?
Susie, I love you, but me go ahead. That conversation are going on one place, so we know so we're going to be too long. Yeah, no further.
What do you think about that, Mr. Cole?
Mr. Cole, I'm going to give one long conversation about this, you know. We can't do this right now.
Tomorrow we talk on
Yes, tomorrow we can't do this right now. Me love you, no, but me I leave right now.
Bolo, what time you coming on tomorrow?
Me I come on early in the day, in the afternoon, alright? Yeah, we can't do this right now. Big up on yourself, alright? You too, you come on, alright? Me I them
Mr. Cole, nice to see you.
Later, yeah. Sydney, me send a number them, yeah?